Okay, welcome back. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Ronald and Eduardo, Dianita, Jessica. Let me see. We have Bianca, Matthews, Gaby, Joel, Christian, Verónica, Juana, Ángela, Yacid, Said, Juan Jose, Jesse, Summers, Fanny, Andy, Christian, and Diego. And Anna, she just joined. Okay, so we have 23 students. I'm still missing like 10. But somehow, I'm really grateful for your for being on time. So I know that time is really something that we care about, right? Because we have a lot of things to do, and this is our time. Okay, so let me first of all, before we do anything else, let me share the attendance. By now, I have a new file. I have a new format, a new template, and this is how it would look like. I'm still working on some of the information because I was asking you just to write present in the chat, but now I have a new template, and this is the one we will keep using. So in here we have from Mr. Ahila up to Said Zuniga. So everyone should be here. And this is what I have been updating up to now, but I still have to work on some of your attendance records. So this is what we have by now. And this is weekend number 3, right? So this is weekend number 3. Today is December the 2nd. And tomorrow will be December the 3rd, right? And this is our third weekend. So we have like 4 more weekends to go. No, 4 or 5, right? And so we still have a lot to do. So is Mr. Mateo Ahila here? If it's here, let me know so I can update this. Okay, Fanny Summers. I know Summers was here, right? Oh, there she is. Okay. Hi, Matthews, Juan Jose. Matthews.
Is present. Juan Jose.
Okay, Juan Jose. Okay, if you are not here, okay, where's Matthews? Oh, there he is. Okay, and let me keep on moving. Joel and Jessica.
Hi, Miss. Present.
Hi, Jessica and Joel. Where is Joel?
Hi, Miss.
Hi, morning. Okay, Bianca and Andy.
Presente.
Hi.
Morning, present.
Hi, Andy, Ivan, and Patricio. I think Ivan, he said that he will be joining later, and Patricio will not be able to join today. So I think I have to keep moving up to...
Presente, Fanny.
Oh, Fanny. Okay, Fanny. There you are. Okay, Fanny. So on Christian and Gaby.
Present.
Hi, Christian, and
Hi, present.
hi, Gaby. And let me see, Dianita, Macias. Okay, and keep on moving. Juana and Natalia. Juanita.
Present.
Hi, Natalia. Okay. Alice and Angela.
Present. Hi.
Angelita. Okay, and this is Angela, right? Angela. And what about Alice and Natalia? I think not yet, right? Veronica and Pamela. I think Veronica was here, right? Hi, Veronica. Okay, I think you should look for a quiet place, right? Not outside. Okay. And Veronica, Veronica is here. Pamela. I don't know if Pamela is here. Pamelita? No. Okay, Anna and Jacid.
Present.
Okay, Anna and Jacid. Where is it, Jacid?
Here.
Hi. Okay, Jessie, I know you're there.
Present.
Hi, Jessie. Rocio? Are you sisters? Jessie and Rocio, maybe? No? No? Okay. And let me see, Fernando. Okay, let me see, Jessie, okay. Fernando? No? Let me see. Oh, Rocio is coming in. Hi, Rocio. She's getting here now. Fernando? No. Let me see. I'm right. Yeah. Maria Cristina Rengifo.
Present. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Dianita Salinas and Diego Suarez. Hi, Diana. Diego. Hi, Dieguito. Good. Gaby Torres. Okay, Gaby's not here yet. Ronald Torres. Oh, Ronald is here. Always here, always. Okay, Eduardo. I know Eduardo is here too.
Present. Good morning.
Okay, and after Eduardo comes Christian. Christian
Present.
Alexander. Hi.
Hi.
Okay, good morning. And Said.
Present. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Okay, so this is what we have up to now. Okay, I'll check this later, but we're gonna be moving now. So let's talk about Alticia, okay? Let's go to Alticia. Let me show you how some instructions were given to us about Alticia, right? So if you want to join and if you are not able to join, you should go click on the link that I just shared in the WhatsApp group, and then you'll be able to join Alticia. You click on forgot my password, and then you go to the link, and then you add a new password. And I think the minimum characters are 8, so you could add a word and numbers, and then you can have your own new password. Once you are in Alticia, this is the new regulations, okay? This is not something that I decided. I mean, it's not, I'm just a teacher, but there is a coordinator and there is a director, and they decided not to wait until the last class or the last class day for students to work on the platform. Because as you have noticed, Alticia has 58 lessons, and 58 lessons takes time, right? It takes a lot of time to practice, but that practice is always useful. At the end, you will be having a final examination, a final evaluation. And so all the practice for Moodle and the one from Alticia will be useful for you to practice so you can get ready for the final exam. And not just for the final exam, but English or languages is like anything you're learning in life. If you don't practice, you will not learn. So the more you practice, the better you become, right? So that's why we are not waiting for the last day, the last day of classes or the last session to finish everything. I have had students that they were trying and they spent the whole day and long hours working on the platform, and even though they could not finish all the lessons. So this is what we will be doing from now. You have up to December 10 to finish 50% of the platform. So by now, this is what we have up to now, and this is you. Remember that first of all, you have to select the course, right? And the English level. So we are on, the name of the course is English Level 3T, because this is the third module of English. And the English level or the language level is A2.1. So if you have this information, you're fine. And then you have to make sure about the language, right? We are practicing English. We are not practicing Italiano, Luxembourguese, Polaco, Romano, Sueco. No. So we are practicing English, right? So this is what all the practices should be about, right? So this is all of you, and this is the amount of time that by now you have completed. So I have, for example, Juan Jose. Juan Jose has already spent, I think, almost 4 hours on the platform. So by now he's been able to finish 7 lessons, and that means that he still has to work a lot more in Alticia. How can I know the percentage? So if I click in here, this is Matthews, for example. Matthews has not even started, okay? Ni siquiera comenzado. Okay, Summers, let me see. If I click on the statistics icon, I can see like statistically the percentage that you have already worked on and the progress you have been working. So by now you are good because you already completed 50%, and that's what you should all have by December the 10th. Lo voy a decir en español para que quede tal vez un poquito más. Yo sé que a veces el idioma, este tipo de información es útil entenderla mejor. Hasta el 10 de diciembre debemos tener completado el 50%. ¿Por qué? Porque antes algunos estudiantes esperaban hasta el final para completar las 58 lecciones. Entonces, de esta manera vamos a hacer un monitoreo en 2 secciones. Se va a hacer un corte. En esto, el TICIA arroja un reporte. El reporte no lo voy a descargar yo, tenemos otra persona que nos ayuda con esa parte, y él es quien va a descargar el reporte y va a validar que cada estudiante haya terminado, haya completado por lo menos la mitad. Ya, la mitad, ¿hasta cuándo? Hasta diciembre 10. ¿Por qué les digo diciembre 10? Porque ese corte, ese primer corte se va a hacer el lunes 11 de diciembre. ¿Ya? Obviamente no vamos a esperar hasta el lunes 11. Tenemos que tratar de organizarnos para completarlo antes. ¿Ok? Luego del 11, en lo que reste del curso, completaremos la otro 50%. So this is what you have to be aware by now. Okay.
Solamente una pregunta, licenciada.
Ajá.
El 24 y 31 cada día domingo, pero esos días tenemos clases.
No. Those days are holidays. Okay, we're not having classes. And that is something important now that you are asking about the holidays. So we are going to be having classes up to December the 17th. So next week we have regular classes, December 9 and 10, and then 16 and 17. This is the last weekend for the year 2023. Then we will be back to classes in January. Let me see. Let me see. That will be January the 6th. Okay. So January the 6th and 7th, we're back to classes. And then by the next weekend, 13 and 14, on the 14th date of January, we'll be having the exam. Okay, it's not going to happen on the 20th, as I thought at the beginning. The final exam date will be on January 14th. Okay, so we will be working next weekend and then the following weekend, and then we have the holidays, and then we'll be back in January 6th. And we'll keep working 6 and 7 and 13. And then by the 14th, final exam, and that's it. On the final exam, you will have a platform where you will access exam questions, just like Moodle, very similar, but not exactly. There will be questions about use of English, vocabulary, reading, listening, writing, and there's going to be an oral examination. The oral examination will be 80% of the final grade. And the oral examination is not going to be done by me. It's going to be done by another teacher. So I'm not going to be the one assessing your oral production. There's going to be someone else. So you have to be ready. Okay, so we have to keep working. So by now, try to keep this week every day, at least 1 or 2 hours. Please go to Alticia and try to finish at least 50%. Por lo menos la mitad. There's some people, let me keep looking. Veronica, for example. Veronica has already 50%, so she's done. Okay, let's see somebody else. Jessie Preciado, she's done 62%. Okay, you don't have to go that much. As long as you have 50%, you're fine. Okay, and then you can work the other 50% after December 11. Let me see, Anita Polit. Anna has 19%, so she's quite good, but she still have to keep working, right, Anna?
Miss, ¿sí podría abrir el mío, Miss?
Of course, Juan Jose, let me see, let me go back. Juan Jose, I think I was about to see yours, and I don't know what happened, I forgot. Juan Jose, 19%, so it's fine, okay, you still have time to complete the other 30%, so, but it's still something that it can be manageable. I mean, it could be done. And this is, let me see, 50%. That was, I think that was Matthews, right? Oh no, Matthews, you have to start working as soon as possible. Summers is good. Fanny, 9%. And I can keep going. Jessica, 24%, not too bad. Andy, 0%. So Andy, you have to start today. Patricio, let me see, Patricio. Okay, he has to work too. Juana, and I can keep going. Juana, 26%, not too bad. Not too bad. Angela, let me see, Angelita, 43%, she's almost there. She's close. I think I saw Jacid. Jacid, you have to start today. Let me see. There was somebody else. And I can keep checking this. Maria Cristina, nothing. And so you have to start today.
Ronald
Which
Torres.
one? Ronald. Let me see. Ronald Torres. There you go. Yes. Ronald, 72%. Okay, good. But you don't have to finish everything, not yet. As long as you have 50%, so you're fine. Está bien. Let me see who else. Rocio, you want me to check? Okay, Rocio, let me see. Let's check Rocio. 48, almost. Ya está cerquísima. So it's like maybe 1 or 2 more hours and you're fine. Good, Rocio. Okay, so we're pretty fine. Estamos bien, vamos bien. Okay, so that was Alticia. Now, let's go back to Moodle, right? Because we have to keep working on Moodle. Today, we will start unit number 2, right? But I think we still had something from unit number 1. Did you finish? I think there was 1 or 2 activities from Moodle, I believe. Let me see. Let's go back to Moodle. Okay, this is where we are now. We are in. Give me 1 second. Okay, this is where we are. If you want to watch class videos, they are already here. I think Rocio or Jesse were asking about the video classes. And this is where we are. This is where you can find all the videos from all the classes. So we have already worked with unit 1A, B, C, and workbook 1C. And today we'll start unit 2A, right? So this is where we will start today. Okay. Please make sure that you can access this information now. If you can see all the contents by now. So we're going to be talking about traveling. Okay. Something. Do you enjoy traveling? Do you like to travel? Because I didn't ask.
Yes.
Okay. So where is it? I mean, what is your favorite place to go?
New York
Oh,
or
okay.
Orlando maybe.
Okay. Why? Why do you like Orlando?
Because I have a lot of parks you want to go. Like Disney, Universal, like something like that.
Yeah, there's many places, right? Beautiful places in Florida. I've been to Florida too, and it's beautiful. It's really nice. So Rocio, what is your favorite place to go when you are in a holiday? We have holidays really soon, right? Christmas holidays. Where are you planning to go? Do you have plans already?
I'm going to Orlando.
Oh, nice. Where are you gonna be? I mean, what are you gonna be visiting?
Miami and Orlando.
Oh, nice.
I don't know, the Disney parks.
Okay.
For the Christmas.
Okay, for Christmas. Okay, good. So is there anybody else, any special places? Eduardo, Dianita, Matthews, Joel. Where did you go on your last holiday? Can you remember?
My house. I
My
don't travel
house.
too much.
But maybe before. Last year. Let's talk about maybe last year. Or the one
Again,
that
my house.
Really? So you haven't
Yes.
been like
In 5 years, I not travel.
You haven't traveled, for the last 5 years.
Yes.
Okay, and one that you remember, maybe 10 years ago, not 5.
And my grandparents' house
Oh, nice. Where?
in Venezuela.
Oh, nice, nice. Good. So you can tell me about your last trip to Venezuela. I know that you
Well,
have beautiful.
I used to live there,
I know.
and I live in a province that
Okay,
is like all beach and
nice.
sun. It's like Manta.
Okay, yeah, I know you
And
have
my
beautiful beaches, right?
yes,
Beautiful.
and my grandparents live in the Andes, like
Okay.
very far away from my province.
Oh, and it's completely different, right? It's not like the
Yes,
coastal area.
it's a city like Cuenca or Loja.
Oh, okay, okay, nice. So the weather
So
is
yes,
different,
it's
right?
cold. Yes, it's mountains. And in the Christmas,
Uh-huh.
we travel to their house. We like across all the
Uh-huh.
country, and it was nice. It was
Nice.
like a 2-day travel.
Wow, that's nice. Thank you, Eduardo. Thanks for telling us about your homeland and about how beautiful it is. Okay, good. Is there anybody else? Dianita? No, Angela, Yacid. When was your last holiday trip? Joel, Maria Cristina, Bianca,
Sorry,
Jesse.
repeat, please.
Where did you go on your last holiday trip?
In the beach,
Okay, to the beach. Where specifically?
playas.
Okay, Playas is beautiful. The weather is nice, right? It's not too cold, not too hot. It's windy. Okay. Any other places? The beach? Just the beach?
La última que me acuerdo.
Because I remember I went to the beach too. I'm trying to remember. Because I'm asking you, but I'm trying to remember myself. Okay, thank you, Joel. Thanks for sharing that with us. So this is what we are going to be talking about. My perfect summer holiday. In Ecuador, we don't have like the 4 seasons, right? We have only 2 seasons. So we don't actually have a summer time. But in Ecuador, we have, in Guayaquil, it could be summer all year long, right? Because it's always hot and sunny. But if I ask you, which do you prefer? Going abroad or going on a holiday in your country? What do you think? What is it better? Anybody?
Abroad,
Okay. Abroad where?
Europe.
That would be beautiful, right? Awesome places in Europe. Okay, I would love to. I've never been, but I would love to go someday, one day. Okay. And what is it better for you? Going by car, bus, plane, or train? What do you think?
Plane.
Plane.
Yeah. Why? Why the plane is better than traveling by car, for example?
Because it's more faster.
Yes.
Faster. It's faster. You can go much further, right? You can go far away in less time. And it's comfortable too, right? Because you're sitting and you don't have to move. You don't have to walk.
Sometimes, not always.
Not always. Yeah, it can be tiring, right?
Sometimes, yeah. In the airports.
You have to run, not when you are in the plane, but outside. You have to run and check for your luggage and then grab your tickets. And then if you have to transfer to another plane, you have to run. So it might be tiring.
But I think it's exciting.
It is, right?
Yeah, it's like an adventure.
Yes, it's like an adventure, of course. Yeah, I love it. So what is it better, going to the beach or going to a big city? What do you think? Because
Both is better.
okay, it depends on the place, maybe, right? If the place is nice, it doesn't matter. If you're in a big city or the beach, you will enjoy anyway. Okay, and let me ask somebody else. Bianca, Christian, Said, what is it better, to stay in a hotel, an apartment, or going camping? What do you think?
Staying in a hotel
Why?
because it's more comfortable.
Yes, it's comfortable, right? Okay. And what do you prefer, going to the beach or big cities?
Depend on the time.
Okay. Depends on the weather, right?
Yes, because now the beach is cold.
Yeah.
Mm,
It's not
I
like beach
prefer, yes,
season, right?
I prefer a big city now.
Yeah. Okay, good, Said. Thank you. Thank you. This is the time for you to practice. Feel comfortable to speak with me because, you know, I don't bite. I'm not, I want you to practice because I know that you might not have an opportunity to practice outside of the class with people you don't know. So feel free to interact. That's what I really want. I want you to practice, okay? Don't worry if you make mistakes. Equivocarse es parte de aprender. So do not worry, okay? Why is it better, according to you, Angela, going by plane, taking the bus, or maybe just walking if you're traveling?
Going by plane.
Why?
I think because it's more comfortable.
But sometimes it's expensive, right? But do you think it's worth it? Because if you travel by bus, maybe it's cheaper, right? You don't have to spend too much, but it's not that comfortable like traveling by plane. So it has some advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so this is what we are going to do before trying any quiz in here. Let me go back to my slides. I'll show you these weekend slides. I'm gonna share them with you too, so we can start practicing it here. So these are the slides. Let me copy the link in the chat. Okay, so here it is. So if you go to our Zoom chat, you will find the access link. If you click on the link will take you here to my slides, okay? And this is this is the presentation, is week number 3. And that is the name of the course, English to be T. And this is the first questions, right? Questions I was asking you right now about your traveling preferences, right? You like to go to the beach or maybe big cities, or if you prefer traveling by plane or by bus, if you like staying in a hotel or maybe somebody's house or maybe just outside camping. What kind of activities do you enjoy doing when you are traveling while you are in a holiday? What kind of weather do you prefer? If you like hot weather, sunny weather, cool weather, cold weather. What do you prefer, going with friends or your family? Yacid, what do you prefer? Do you like to go with your family or just friends?
I just have, well, I'm sorry. I prefer to travel with my family, but only one time I travel with my friends.
Okay, and did you like it?
With my friends? Of course, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice, right? Yeah, sometimes when you have family of your own, right? When you have kids I mean, you're not traveling on your own anymore. You have kids, you always traveling with your family too. Sometimes we don't have kids, but we like to spend time with our parents and we want to take our parents too. So it's always a really nice time to spend as a family too, right? Dianita, what do you think? Do you like to go with your family or friends? I mean, when you travel.
I prefer travel with my parents because they paid everything.
That's interesting, right? Yeah, when I was your age, I loved going with my parents. I didn't have to pay anything because they will pay everything for me. So for me, it was a free trip. So that's nice, right? What is it, Ivanka? Oh, there you go. Ivanka, what do you think? What kind of weather do you like? Do you like hot weather or cold?
I prefer a cool place because I from Riobamba, so
Yeah,
I like here in a city cold.
yeah, Riobamba is beautiful.
Very, but it's very cold.
It's cold, yeah, but cold weather is nice because even the kind of clothing you wear is different, right? You can wear boots, you can wear scarves, you can wear as a coat. In Guayaquil, we will never use that kind of boots or sweaters, we will die. So cold weather is nice. It's really nice. I mean, there's no mosquitoes, there's no grillos, right? There's no fly moscas because of the weather, right? Because it's cold. So you don't have any bugs around. Okay, now this is what I want you to do for me. I don't know if you noticed, next slide. Next slide, I want you to tell me and to write something about which activities do you like doing when you are on a holiday trip? I think in here we cannot see it. So I added some clouds for you to write. I don't know why the question is not here, but this is the question. Which activities do you enjoy or do you like doing when you are on a holiday trip? Okay, so let me get the question and let me copy the question in the chat because I think on the first slide you cannot see it. But I want you to share that with me. So I know everybody has different preferences. Some people might enjoy doing surfing on the beach or just sightseeing or just walking on the sand or maybe swimming or maybe hiking if you are in Riobamba or maybe doing some sports. So what do you enjoy doing? Or which places do you usually like going to when you are away in a trip, right? So this is what I want you to please share with me. Do not forget to add your name in here. So if you are writing and sharing the information with me, please add your name, okay? So since we are almost 33 people, I have one slide, 2 slides, and even a third slide. I think 4 slides. So if there is not enough space on the first one, you can go to slide number 2 or slide number 3. So we have plenty of space for you to write. So everybody can add something, right? Can add their own traveling activity preferences, okay? So I'm gonna give you some time and I want you to share that with me and with the class. That would be nice. Okay, let me see. What do you like to do? Okay. Mhm. Okay. Let me see. There's no space for pictures, but maybe in another slide we can add pictures. I would love for you to add pictures, but I mean, I think we don't have that much space. But I want you to share at least 3 or 4 activities that you usually like or enjoy doing. Okay.
Miss,
Yes.
um, tomorrow I will actually go for a travel.
Oh, really? You will be traveling
Yes.
tomorrow? Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
I will travel for the Napo province to
Oh,
the
nice.
Tena city.
Nice. I've
I
never been there, but they said
Me neither.
It's a
It's like-
beautiful place.
like the Amazon.
Yeah.
So my flight
Uh-huh.
is like 1 p.m.
Okay, so you have to be there before.
Yes. So I will connect to the first part of the class.
Yeah, the first, yeah,
But if I disappear,
yeah. I know why.
it's for that. Yes.
Yeah, I know
So
you will be on the plane.
I will be there for like a week. So
Okay.
in the meantime, I will continue working on
Yeah.
all the activities and the
Appreciate.
Moodle.
Yeah, yeah. There's something I will ask you to do, but I will try to find the time in within the class time. But sometimes time is really tight and it's really short. So
Yes.
you might have to do something outside of the class time. But
No
it's
problem.
something, no, it won't take that long.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So what about this one? If you couldn't find space in here, so Ronald, you can make the letters a little bit smaller. You go in here and then you can make it smaller. And then you move the text and you place it in the cloud. So this is our first cloud, but there's another cloud. Aquí hay más nubecitas, mire. And here there's one more. And there's a third slide. If you couldn't write on the first one or the second one, this is another slide. And in here we have another slide. So there's plenty of space. Okay, let me see. Okay, now let's see. Let's see, what did you write about the activities you enjoy doing when you are traveling? Okay, let me see. Let's see. So this is, don't forget to add your name. So someone said, I like to travel with my family or friends, for example, to the beach. I like to visit my family in Manabi, but I don't know who. Okay, okay, Gabby, thank you. Okay, Christian. So tell me about your traveling activities. What do you like what do you enjoy doing?
I like to go to naturally parks
Okay,
or natural place
okay.
like Cajas and Cuenca.
Cuenca is beautiful, right? When you go to Cuenca, you feel like you're not in Ecuador, right? You feel like you're in a different country, in Europe.
Yes.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Okay, good. Let me see, Angelita, tell me.
Perdón. I like to eat typical food.
Of course. What kind of typical food? Tell me one dish.
Hija región of Ecuador.
Okay, but which Ecuadorian typical food do you like the most?
Bastante comida típica en la sierra, en la costa, cada uno tiene su plato típico, pues también es bueno.
Okay, so when you travel, you enjoy trying the typical food, right? Okay, good. I like it too. Said, what do you think? Can you share yours?
Yes, I like visit different places and take a photos in these places. Try traditional different activities in the site. Is another activity I like.
Okay, good. And taking pictures, right? Because sometimes you feel like you don't know when are you going back to the place. So if you grab and you take a picture, you capture the moment, right? And
Yes.
these moments become memories, right? Nice memories. Good, good. Thank you, Said. Okay, let me see. Summers. Can you read yours?
Yes.
Okay.
I like to travel to another country in a plane with my family, to a hot city for going to the beach, and also like to do some shopping and buy clothes, makeup, and shoes.
Okay, okay, good to do shopping, right? Why not? If you are in a place where you can buy shoes or makeup or clothing and it's not that expensive and they're fine, they're good, why not? Yeah. Take advantage of the shopping experience too. Okay, Fanny, what do you think? Thank you, Summers. What about you, Fanny?
I like to visit the church, the parks. I'm interested in buildings made by famous architects.
Oh, you are an architecture student, right? So for
Yes.
you, it's interesting to to watch and to learn about about the buildings and about all this made by famous architects. That should be nice. I think Europe will be a really nice experience for you, maybe someday, right? Spain or Italy, they have like wonderful buildings, right? Good.
Yes.
Thank you, Fanny. Let me see, what about Anita? Anita Polit.
Yes, I love going to the beach and shopping.
Okay, good. Rocio, what about you?
I love going to in the park with my children. I love going evenings with my family. I love going to the beach. I like going in the cinema.
Okay, good. So you, when you're writing something you like doing, it is like, it's not live. But I already correct. And here there was just one letter instead of live or live. It's just like. I like going to the beach. I like going to parks. If you have children, yeah, always there's a nice place to take them, right, to the park. Thank you, Rocio. Let me see, Juan Jose. What about you?
Yes. I like visit Cuenca because it's city pretty, or go the family and friends.
Okay, Cuenca is very pretty, right? It's a very pretty place. Yeah, it's awesome. And it's not too far from Guayaquil. That's another advantage, right? If you want to go to Cuenca, it's just like 3.5 hours. It might be even just 3. So it's not too far, right? It's not like an 8-hour trip. If you go to Quito, it takes more hours, right, to go. Okay, let me see. I have one more. Alice, what about you?
On holidays, I don't usually travel, but when I travel, I like to walk, get to know new gastronomy, and do what can be done in the city. So it depends on where I go.
Okay, it depends on the city or depends on the place,
Yes.
right? Okay. Alice, is this your first class? I don't really remember.
No.
You were
my
here.
second class.
You were last week, right? I think only
yes.
the first class you were not in here.
No.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Alice. And I was just looking at the chat and I saw that you were asking for help. And I said, oh my, I felt so bad. But
yes.
I'm glad that you're here. That you could make it. Okay, thank you, Alice. Let me see, Pamelita. What about you?
Hola.
Hi.
Buenos días.
Hi, Pamela. Can you share yours?
Yes. Good morning, Miss.
Hi.
I love it traveling to other countries to thank there and with their culture stake, both to have as memory.
Okay, yeah, the pictures become memories, yeah, because you captured just that specific time where you were like standing.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful, yeah, and those memories, that's what we keep, right? We keep them for a lifetime. Thank you, Pamela. Okay, so this is just something that I want you to share with me, talking about traveling. And now let's go back to Moodle. Okay, and now we have to start working on the platform because we have to start. Okay, and I'll show you what are we going to do. So that is the first topic, right? Talking about the different activities we might enjoy doing when we are traveling, right? And our traveling preferences, you already shared some of them with me. And there's one reading activity about a couple that they went on a trip together, but the experience was not the best of all, okay? So this is the story of Joe and Laura, okay? Can someone help me reading what happened with Joe and Laura? They are a couple, and there's actually someone else. Let me see. Yeah, there's actually 3 people and 3 different traveling experiences. Okay, who wants to start? Someone, anyone.
I would like to.
Thank you, Eduardo.
Joe, right?
Yes, I'm trying to make it bigger because in here it's not too big. Yeah, let me try to make it bigger. Oh, no. Let me see. Okay, there you go.
Okay. Joe, 28, a flight attendant. Last October, I went on a holiday to Thailand for 2 weeks with my girlfriend, Mia. The holiday began well. We spent 2 days in Bangkok and saw the floating market and the royal place. But things went wrong when we left Bangkok. I want to stay in hostels, which were basic but clean, but Mia said they were too uncomfortable, and so we stayed in quite expensive hotels.
Okay.
I wanted to experience the local atmosphere, but Mia just wanted to go shopping.
Okay.
I thought I knew Mia very well, but you don't know a person until you travel with them. It was awful. We argued about everything. For our last 4 days, we were to Koh Chang, a beautiful island. It was like being in a paradise. The weather was lovely and the beaches were wonderful. But we just sunbathed without speaking. We spent our last night back in Bangkok and we went for a drink with some Australians.
Okay.
They were really friendly and Mia started flirting with one of the boys. That was the end. When we arrived at the Heathrow Airport the next day, we decided to break up. I took hundreds of photos, but when I go home, I didn't show them to anyone.
Wow. So what happened with Joe and what was the girl's name?
Mia.
Mia, okay. So what happened? In the very end,
they break up.
They broke up. Yeah. So they are no longer together. There is something interesting, right? He said, you don't know a person until you travel with them. Why? Why is that you actually can realize that you don't know someone you might think you know until you travel with that person? What do you think? Vero, Bianca, Rocio. Is that true, Juan Jose? What do you think?
Because Mia always go to the shopping. I think.
Okay.
They have a different things for to do in this world.
Yeah, maybe they realized that they are too different, right? She wanted to go shopping and he wanted to do something different. So they realized they are too different. And then what happened at the very end? They went for a drink with some Australians, and Mia started flirting with one of the boys. So if you are in a relationship and you're flirting with someone else, it might be because you are not longer interested in your partner, right? So he realized that she was not longer the best person to be with, and they broke up. So that was a sad ending. It could be a nice experience, but it ended being a really not pleasant experience, right? So this is the interesting message I'm trying to, you don't know a person until you travel with them. Really interesting. What about Laura, 26, and Norris? Who wants to read? Thank you, Bianca. Thank you, Eduardo. Anybody else? Angela, Yacid, Said, Rocío, Jessie, Christian, Juan Jose, Juana, Gaby, Jessica, Fanny, Andy. I keep calling. Anita, Alice. Who wants to read? Okay. No se pelee. Only one at a time. Said, would you like to read? Okay. Okay.
A small apartment for a week with a fantastic view of the canals. At the last moment, another friend, Linda, asked if she could come too. We felt sorry for her because she had problems with her boyfriend, so we said yes. Venice was magical and the weather was perfect, but the holiday was a disaster for one simple reason. Linda was so mean. She has a good job, so she's not poor, but she just didn't want to pay for anything. When we went sightseeing, she didn't want to go any museum or galleries that cost money. When we went on a gondola, she complained that it was very expensive. When we went to have lunch or dinner, she always wanted to go to cheap restaurants, or she bought pizza and ate then in the flat. But the night I invited her and Isabel out on my birthday, she chose the most expensive things on the menu.
Okay.
The worst thing was that although Isabel and I paid for the apartment, Linda never once bought us a coffee or a drink. I love to go back to Venice one day, but without Linda.
Okay. So what happened to this lady? Why the trip, instead of being a very nice and happy experience, it turned to be a disaster? Christina, what do you think?
Because Linda was so mean.
What is the
She-
meaning of mean? And according to this story, I mean, according to the context. Is it
Tacaña.
mean? Because mean could be mala, like muy mala persona. That could be one meaning. But in this case, it's not really a bad person, but it's someone who's cheap, right? She didn't want to pay for anything. Everything was expensive to her. But when you are traveling, you know you will spend money, right? If you want to travel and you don't want to spend any money, just don't go, right? Because if you know you're gonna be spending money, just stay at home, right? You will not go anywhere because you don't have money. But according to the story, she had a good job, so she was not poor, she had money, but she didn't want to spend her money on anything. So if you're traveling and you have that kind of behavior, you are not people who want to go with on a travel again, right? But when they invite her to a restaurant, she chose the most expensive meal because she didn't want, I mean, she didn't have to pay, but that wasn't right, right? Si a usted le invitan y esperan que usted pague y usted pide el plato más caro, I mean, that's not really nice from you, right? So maybe that was the reason that she couldn't, I mean, no one will ever want to go with her on a holiday. So he said at the end, I'd love to go back to Venice one day, but without Linda. So Linda, no more Linda for any traveling experiences. Now, if we will keep reading, we are going to listen to Mia and Linda talking about their holidays. So, do they agree with Joe about the holiday? So this is about Linda and her boyfriend, right? So let's listen. What happened to this couple?
1.34. Mia. It was a really terrible holiday. It was my fault. I mean, I wanted to go to Thailand, but I knew before I went that I didn't really want to have a serious relationship with Joe. And the holiday just showed how different we are. He irritated me all the time. He wanted to stay in some really cheap hostels because he thought the hotels were too expensive. I didn't want 5-star luxury, but when I go on holiday, I want to be comfortable. The places where Joe wanted to stay were very basic and had very small rooms. There's nothing worse than being in a very small room with someone when you're not getting on very well. Another thing I didn't like was that Joe got very jealous. When you're traveling, part of the fun is talking to other travelers, but he hated it if I talked to other people, especially other men. And then he kept taking photos, hundreds of them. Every time we saw a monument, he said, "Go and stand over there so I can take a photo." I hate being in photos. I just wanted to enjoy the sights. The holiday was all a big mistake. Never go on holiday with a boyfriend if you're not sure about the relationship. It's sure to be a disaster.
Okay, that was Mia's opinion about traveling with her boyfriend, right? But this is, and this is Linda, the other lady.
1.35. Linda. Oh, it was a wonderful holiday. I loved every moment. Venice is just a paradise. We did everything. We went on a gondola, we saw all the museums, and we had some fantastic meals. And you know, everyone says that Venice is expensive, but I didn't think it was. It wasn't an expensive holiday at all. I thought it was quite reasonable. We all got on very well. I think I'm going to suggest to Isabel and Laura that we go on holiday together again next year.
Okay, so who do you agree with, Linda or Mia, and why? Do you think they are reasonable or not?
I don't think that Linda is right. I think I don't know, she have another point of view of the travel, no?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think, well, I think that she kind of take advantage of the situations
yeah, she was,
of their friends. So
Mhm.
I don't know.
Because when they had to pay, she wanted,
Yes,
you know, the most expensive meal, but when she had to pay, she didn't want to pay. Everything was expensive.
she's
So
kind of just seeing the nice. She's only talking about the nice things, and
yeah,
the other two people were not happy about that.
yeah. So they didn't actually agree on what she's trying to argue, right? She's trying to explain her side of the story, her point of view, but she's not being reasonable, right? So it's not really fair. Now let's go to something about grammar, okay? And before we try the first practices in here, there is something I want to just review on or review about. This might not be new for you, but anyway, anyhow, it will always be useful to go and to review the grammar structures, okay? This is Mia's and Joe's story and Laura's and the different traveling experiences, right? It is not always pleasant, not always the happiest times that you can have. So it could be wrong and things can go wrong. But there is something that I want to review before trying the quizzes, and it's actually past simple, okay? If you notice, when Linda and Laura and Joe were describing the traveling experience, they are using past simple, right? They said, we went to the beach, we spent not too pleasant time, we took pictures, I wanted to do this, but she didn't want to do it. I realized that we were different, so he's using past simple to describe this past traveling experience with her girlfriend back at the time, because they are no longer together. So they're using past simple, right? And this is something that is not from the book, but something that might be useful for you. When we are using past simple in English, there could be positive statements, negative statements, or question statements, right? And this is kind of the language rules, right? How it should be written. In past tense, the verbs will not be as they are in simple present tense, okay? They will be written differently, pronounced differently, and used differently. So the verb start, it will become started. You started, I started, she started, and this is past. If we want to make the statement negative, we are going to be using an auxiliary form, which is did. I did not start, you did not start, and we could have the long structure or the short structure with the apostrophes, right? Lo que usábamos la semana anterior, la forma corta y la forma larga. But this is past simple. And if you want to make a question, you always use the auxiliary form before, and then the subject, and then the verb. But the verb will be in its main form because you're using the auxiliary did. Did I start? Did you start? Did she start? Did we start? Did they start? Did you start? And these are some examples, okay? But before we try the quizzes, again, let's go to this practice in WordWall. I wanted you to practice before. Let me share the links with you. Just give me 1 second. Let me open WordWall first. Let me see, let me open it in another window and let me share the link with you, okay? So this is just a practice about the verbs and how the verbs might change in past simple tense, okay? Past simple is something we can use every day if we're speaking the language, so it's very useful to practice before doing any of the quizzes, okay? So let's practice first. Okay, I already shared the link in the chat, and this is just a little practice. Okay, what could be the past tense of the verb see? And here we have some of the missing, we have just of the missing spaces, so every space will have a letter. So if it's see in present time, how it should be written in past?
So.
What is the first letter?
S.
S. And then? A. And then?
W.
W. So in past tense, it will become saw. Okay, one more. Eat.
Ate at A.
A. And then?
E-T.
A-T-E. Perfect. Let's keep trying. One more. Okay, one more, jump. Jessica, Juanita, Vero.
Jumper.
Jump it.
Okay, what is the first letter?
J.
This one or this one?
This.
Okay, and then
U.
what is it? You can do it from your computer. It would be nice. M.
P.
P.
E. D.
This E or this E?
E.
But
But
this
no
is
I.
E. No I. Okay, good. And
D.
D. So most of the verbs will end in ED, but not all of them, right? There's some regular verbs and irregular verbs. So jumped is a regular verb. Here. What is the first letter? What do you think?
H.
Okay, good.
E.
This E, okay. And
E.
A, and then
P.
this one?
R. R.
No.
S,
Ear.
R, and
D.
D, heard. So here will be heard. So it's not the same. It will be different. That's an irregular verb. What about he or she? Oh no, have or has. The verb have.
Had.
H, and then A,
D.
and D. So have becomes had. And then one more. What about this is play? Regular or irregular? What do you think?
Regular.
Okay, so how it will be written in past simple tense?
Play it.
Okay, first letter,
P.
P. Good.
L.
L. Okay. A. And then
Y.
Y. Good.
E.
E. And
D.
D. So this is a regular verb. It will end in ED. Perfect. Okay, one more. What about go? Is that regular or irregular?
Irregular.
Go will change completely, and go will become
Goes.
Went.
first letter
W.
W.
E.
N.
N
T.
and T. Went. Cambia totalmente. That's why it's an irregular verb. Learn. Regular or irregular?
Regular.
Okay, and what is the first letter?
L.
L.
E.
Oh. L.
E.
E.
A.
A.
R.
R.
E.
N.
M.
M.
No.
Oh, N.
N.
Caramba, que yo estoy
Yes.
sorda.
D.
And D. Okay, there you go. Learn. Okay. What about sleep? Jessica, what do you think? What goes first? What is the first letter?
S.
Okay, and then
L.
L.
E.
And E.
B. G.
And then
B.
T.
and
G.
T. Slept. So it changes completely. Well, not completely, but most of it. And last one, this is the verb dance. So what is the first letter? Said, what do you think?
D.
Okay, D. And
A.
A.
N.
And
C.
D.
E.
And E. Okay, dance. So dance, regular verb, and that's it. So this is kind of a, it might not be something like you don't know, but it might be for some of you. So I always want to like do a very brief review before going to Moodle, because then in Moodle, this will be a quiz, you know, it will be graded. So we have to practice before. So that is the first quiz in Moodle, and it's called Grammar, Past Simple, Regular, and Irregular Verbs. Okay, so let's go to Moodle and let's try the first quiz. Okay, let me see. And this is the first quiz. They just ask you to write the verbs in the past simple form. There might be regular or irregular forms. So they might change.
What lesson is that, Miss?
This is 2A. 2A, and this is the first quiz. The first quiz is called 4A. What is the past simple of these verbs? Are they regular or irregular? And these are the verbs. So go becomes, what about go? Can you type it in the chat, the options? So you can help your classmates. If some of you know the answers, you can type them in the chat. So the first one, for example, W-E-N-T. That's the first one. And then you know you have to write that in here, right? What about begin? How it is begin in past simple? It changes, but it doesn't have an ed at the end.
Began.
Began. B-E-G-A-N. Began. And this is how you have to keep on going. Spend.
Spend.
S-P-E-N-T. Leave.
Left.
L-E.
F-T.
F-T. I love spelling, because if I spell, I know that I will not be making a mistake. But if I am not sure, I go again and I'm spell it again. Okay, no, it's not like this. And then I can correct it. Want. How it should be written in past simple. Anyone? Chat? No, nobody's using the chat. No one.
Wanted.
How do you write wanted? Okay, there's someone typing. Thank you, Ivanka. Thank you, Said. W-A-N-T-E-D. What about the verb be or to be? It has two different.
Was, where.
Was, or where. There's two different ways, right? Okay, what about stay?
Stayed.
S-T-A-Y-E-D. Stayed. Good, better. Think. What about think? Think. Okay, let me see the chat. I think someone is helping. Stayed. Jessie, what do you think? What about the verb think? Let me see. Someone thought. Good.
I think so.
Yeah. So it's T-H-O-U-G-H-T. Thought, right? No. What about no?
New. The new. New.
K-N-E-W. Excellent. Thank you, Ronald. Thank you, Summers. New. Thank you, Said. Okay. What about argue? Argue, like A-R-G-U-E. Argued. E-D at the end. So that's a regular verb. Sunbathe. Sunbathe. Tomar el sol on the beach.
With the E-D at the final?
It's the same. S-U-N-B-A-T-H-E-D. And that's it. Sunbathed. And last one.
Took.
What is argue?
Take. Which one?
What is argue, teacher?
Argue when you are having an oral I mean, your oral argument, you are fighting. Oh, but it's not like this. But you always like this. Oh, no, but no. That is argue. When you're sunbathed on the sun. So you are wearing your bikini and you're in the beach and you play. I mean,
okay.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't want to get sunburned, but some people want to have a nice, how do you call it? A nice skin color when they go to the beach and they apply some creams or some lotions and they stay in the sun for hours, and that's sunbathing. Thank you, Christian. The last one is took, and that's it. Let me go back, and that's it. So I'm canceling my own attempt, but I want you to try. Okay, and this is just the first practice. This is just about the verbs. Okay, let me see. Okay, so this is how many people are trying the quiz now. And let me see. So that is the first quiz. Now let's try to move on to the next quiz. That was just for the verbs, but now we have one more, and that is this. The one we already finished is 4A, and there's one more about this one 4B, and this is what are the infinitives. Infinitives are the verbs in the main form without writing them in past or future or past simple, present continuous. Just the infinitive form is just the main form of the verb. But in here, they're giving us the verb in past tense, so we have to type it in the main form. Okay, so what about if it's booked? What could be the infinitive form of the verb book? Book is when you are traveling and you want to stay in a hotel, you book a hotel stay for maybe 2 days or 3 days, and you go into Airbnb and you book the place for a weekend. That is booking. So what could be in present? I mean, the main form of the verb booked.
B-O-O-K, maybe.
Excellent. B-O-O-K. That's it. Good. What about cost? Some verbs will not change. That is
the same.
Cost. Hay verbos que son irregulares, pero no irregulares porque cambian completamente, sino porque no cambian. Y hay muchos que no cambian. The verb cut, por ejemplo, cortar, no cambia. Read, no cambia. Otro que no cambia, set, read, cut. Y así hay otros. So cost, it won't change. Rented, main form.
Rent.
Just rent. Complained. Complain. Without ed, that's it. Complain. Asked.
Ask.
A-S-K. Good. Wanted.
Want.
W-N. W-A-N-T. I'm sorry. Could.
Can.
C-A-N. C-A-N. No, M. Bought.
Buy.
B-U-Y. That's it. Felt.
Leave.
F.
Fly.
E-E.
Feel.
L. Feel.
Oh my
So
God.
feel is just the main form and felt past form. That's it. 8.
Eight.
E. E.
E.
A-T. It. Had.
Have.
H-A-V-E. Have. Invited. Invite. I-N-V-I-T-E. Said.
Say.
S-A-Y. Y. That's okay. That's okay. Do not worry. I can make mistakes too. I'm not perfect and I am the teacher, but not, la última Coca-Cola del desierto. So everybody can make mistakes. Choose. I mean, choose. C, no like
Double
H
O.
C-H-O-O-S-E.
H
O-O-S-E.
S
Excellent. Excellent. Just one more O and that's it. Was
B
B.
Bees.
B. That's it. The red to B. Paid.
P P
P.
A
A. Y.
Y
Y.
Y.
And went.
Go.
Go
G. O. And that's it.
O.
That's it. Okay. Okay. Y eso fue todo. Okay. And that's it. We should be done. If you made a mistake, try again. I don't see anybody. I mean, everybody should be here. Rocio is trying. Angela. What is Jessie? Maria Cristina. Let me see. Eduardo. Yes.
I need to go.
Okay. Okay. You're gonna be. You're traveling today, right?
No, tomorrow. But today I need to buy insect repellent and all that kind of
Okay.
stuff.
Okay. Thank you, Eduardo. Thanks for letting me know.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Bye.
Do not forget to keep working on Alticia.
Yes,
Okay.
I will. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Anybody else? Let me see. Let me see. I don't see. Okay. Pamela's working. Joel, Fanny, Matthews. Let me see. Let me reload this. And now I should have everybody here. Ivanka, Anna, Jessica. Well, Jess is here. Said. What is Alice? Juan Jose, Pamela. Oh, Alice is done. I think, yeah, she's done. I'm trying to check everybody's work. Uy, I'm sorry. Okay, so most of you are done. Yeah, let me see. I think someone has their audio on. Okay. Okay. So let's keep moving. Let's go back. Let me go back. And there's one more practice. So let's try to work on Alticia a little bit more. So we did 4A and 4B, right? And there's one more quiz about, and that's it. Oh, there's no more. So there were just only 2 quizzes. Okay. Okay, so we should be fine for 2A. I think we don't have any other quizzes. This is where you will find the class activities. Okay, las diapositivas de esta. This is not class week number 2. I made a mistake. This is week number 3. But this is where you will find the slides. If you click here, déjenme ver, creo que no lo pueden ver ustedes. Déjenme activarlo ya. Just give me 1 second. This is, okay, let me make it visible for you. These are the class activities. And this is another activity, but we're not doing this yet. Okay, no, we can do it now. Okay, because we have 30 minutes. Okay, let me show you this. This is a Jamboard activity. It's called Jamboard activity number 1 and number 2. Jamboard, let me show you what is Jamboard. Okay, let's leave Moodle for a little while and let's go to Jamboard. Jamboard is kind of a board, but it's kind of a digital board. Ya, es como que si yo le dijera, salga a la pizarra y escriba aquí. We're not having a board, a physical board, but this is our digital board. So in this digital board, I want you to write about your last holiday trip. So we're going to be using past simple, right? Where did you go? These are the questions I want you to answer. When did you go? Who did you go with? Where did you stay? What was the food like? What was the weather like? What did you do during the day? What did you do at night? Did you have a good time? Did you have any problems? Because it might happen that like Mia or Joe, you might have had issues with people or with the place or with the hotel or with the food. So I want you to share that information with me. Now Jamboard has, as you can see, Jamboard has up to 20 boards. Cada uno de estos se les llaman pizarras or boards, okay? I already added your names in each of the boards so you can add your text, okay, your information. So I made one for each student, okay? One for Rocio, one for Fernando, one for Maria Cristina. But since we are 33 and we have only 20 boards, one for Diana, for Diego, Gabriela, Ronald, Eduardo, Christian, and Christian is the last one. So from Christian, Eduardo, Ronald, Gaby, Diego, Diana, Maria Cristina, Fernando, this is your Jamboard. So this is Jamboard number 2, but I have a Jamboard number 1, which is exactly the same, but for the other students, because we have we are 33, so there's not enough space in one Jamboard, so I created 2 Jamboards. Hice 2 Jamboards, 2 juegos de pizarras, so we can have one for each of you, para que todos tengan su espacio, ¿ok? Porque no sería justo que no le dé espacio a todos, ¿no es cierto? So I made 2. So you can copy the questions, or you might just answer the questions. So you don't have to retype it again. If you want to type them, fine. So I want you to fill the information in where is your name. So this is Mateos, Fanny, Summers, Matthews, Juan Jose, Joel, Jessica, Bianca, Andy, Ivan, Eric, Patricio, Christian, Gaby, Diana Cecilia, and Said Alexander. So I left like 2 or 3 just in case, but I made sure that each student has its own Jamboard. So what kind of information do I want you to share with me? This information. If you went to Cuenca, if you went to Galapagos, if you went to Playas, if you went to Salinas or Riobamba or Cuenca or El Napo, as Eduardo is going tomorrow, he might be telling me about this trip next week, right? And that will be his latest holiday trip. So we're going to be using past because this is something that it already happened. Ya usted ya se fue, ya regresó, but you are telling me, how was it? Where did you go? Who did you go? What did you do? How was the weather? Did you stay in a hotel or maybe at a friend's apartment or house? So this is the information I want you to share with me now, okay? So we have like 20 minutes to work this, but not 20. We're not gonna use 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. It's not gonna take that long. But if you want to add a background, this is how you can, yes, Rocío.
No me encuentro, no tengo hojas.
Rocío, let me
Yo
see. Where are
tampoco.
you?
Yo
Oh,
tampoco me encuentro.
Anita.
Me es una consulta. ¿Esto de
El
guía
otro
está en la
link.
plataforma o solamente tenemos acceso por medio del link?
Déjenme darles, en la plataforma también está. Ya les voy a enseñar dónde está en la plataforma. Vamos a salir de aquí. Yo lo puse de ambas maneras para que tengan aquí. Miren, ya le voy a enseñar Moodle, and this is where it is in Moodle.
No me estén tampoco hoja a mí, licenciado.
Okay.
No tengo hoja tampoco.
So we are here, right? We are on Unit 2A. Esta es la unidad que estamos ahorita, 2A. So this will be at the end of 2A. Since we have already finished 2A, this will be found in here. Aquí está. Your last holiday, Jamboard activity number 1 or Jamboard number 2. ¿Por qué le puse 1 y 2? Porque en el 1 no entraban todos los alumnos, porque somos 33. So creé 2 Jamboard. Y cada Jamboard tiene 20 pizarritas. Entonces, ya sea que usted puede estar en la pizarra 1 o en la pizarra 2. But if you click in here,
Okay, Miss, thank you.
that will take you to the link. Okay. I think let me show you Jamboard again. Let's go back to Jamboard. Just give me 1 second. So hay 2 pizarras, hay 2 juegos de pizarras, por decirlo así. Dentro de cada pizarra hay 20 pizarritas chiquitas. Aquí está, miren. So this is, uy, espérenme un ratito. This is Jamboard number 2. Le puse el número 2 porque aquí está desde Maldonado hasta Zúñiga. Ya, los dividí en 2 grupos. Let me see, Maldonado and Zúñiga. So in here there should be Fanny, Natalia, Alice, Ángela, Verónica, Pamela, Ana Cristina.
Licenciada, solamente en el MUI sale clase semana 2, Will John. Ahí.
No, esto es otra cosa. Este es el que estoy mostrándole en la pantalla. Aquí está Jessie, Rocío. Ya les comparto ahorita de nuevo. Fernando, María Cristina, Diana, Diego, Gaby, Ronald. Aquí está Ronald. ¿Sí se ve? Ok. Ya le paso de nuevo por el chat. El último enlace que le voy a pasar aquí en el chat, ahí es donde usted se va a encontrar. ¿Ya? Para que lo encuentre más fácil. So this is Ronald, Eduardo, Cristian, and that's it. Porque solamente hay 20, ¿sí ven? Por eso creé 2 juegos. Lo podía haber dividido a la mitad, pero no iba a tener suficiente espacio. Entonces, por eso mejor hice 2 juegos para que cada persona tenga una pizarra completita. Now, how can you personalize your Jamboard? Porque lo puede personalizar, así como el mío. ¿Sí vieron cómo yo hice el mío? Let me go back to the first one. Because in here you can add and you can personalize it. If you go to set background, puede cambiarle el background, puede ser así, o puede ser así, con cuadritos, or it could be blue, or it could be black, or it could be like this. But if you click on clear frame, no le va a salir nada. But if I go back, let me see, I can go back. You see, it can change. And this is what I do. I use a background. Para que le salga este background, usted se va aquí donde dice image. On image, you go to Google Images and you click on traveling, and you can find different backgrounds. It could be a plane, it could be anything. This is the one I use. Okay, it could be the beach, it could be a mountain, it could be the one you like, and you can add it as a background. Okay, and the fonts, so the letters can change too. If you go in here, sticky notes, si quiere agregarlo como una notita, this is, let me see. This is Fanny, for example. If Fanny wants to add information about the place she went, she can add a sticky note y va a salir así, place. And then if you click in here, edit, le puede cambiar, le puede editar, aquí lo edita. So place, she went to Salinas, for example. Okay, and then she can write about Salinas and what activities she did, who did she go with, when, and this is where she can type. If you want to use it like this, it's fine. If you want to use just a text box, you can write like this. You can type. If you want to change the color of the font, se va la letrita A y dice text color. Si quiere escribir las letras rojas, if you want them blue or green, you can change the color of the font. And this is how you can make it pretty and nice. Okay. Have you ever used Jamboard before or not? Ya está Anita, Jacet, is trying Jessie. I don't see Jessie here. Rocío, Fernando, María Cristina, let me see, Diana. I don't see, you're not doing it. And we have already, it's 10:40. We might have like 5 more minutes.
Miss, es necesario poner, o sea, ponemos la pregunta y abajo vamos respondiendo así.
You
así
can do it
hacemos.
like this.
O-
Yeah,
Sí,
you can do it as you wish. You can type the responses in here. Or if you want to add a sticky note, es como añadir una notita, ¿no? Como estos papelitos que se pegan. So it's up to you cómo usted lo quiere hacer, que se vea bonito. So Alice is already writing, I went to New York, and she wants to tell, she's going to give description. Alice can add a background. Sería interesante que todos pongan un background. Y si me voy a image, y si pone aquí New York, right? And I want to use this as my background, because this is New York actually. That would be nice. And you click on add background, y mire qué lindo le queda. So this is what you can do in Jamboard. So, and then if you want to add a picture, you click on add image, and you go to Google Images, and you click on New York again, and you want to find more pictures about New York, about the Statue of Liberty, I don't know, any touristic places, you can add them like this. Y mire qué lindo le va quedando. And this is how you can personalize your Jamboard. Mire qué lindo. I'm personally, I like things to be like very pretty. I like images, I like pictures. I always like my students to personalize what they write, what they produce, because it makes it more interesting and more personal, right? So more meaningful too. So this is how you can do it. I don't know, Alice, if you don't like it like this, you can take it out. Puedes sacarlo. But this is just to show you how. There's someone, Juanita. But in here you have to change the color of the font. Tiene que ponerle un poquito más. You select everything, all the text. Once you select the text, you go in here and on pen, and instead of doing it like pen, you can do it, or you can, this is what you can do. Let me see. You can also, wait, what did I do? Okay. You can do it like this. You can go to you can actually do it as you wish. If you want to change the color of the font, pictures, anything. And here, Juana, you can make it bold, o puede hacer las letras más grandes, or maybe use another color. So it can be easy to read, right? I use white color as the font because the background was blue, for example. And see, you can make it nice. This is Alice, okay? So Pamela, Anita, okay. So while you are doing that, you can keep working on this, but we can keep working on Alticia too. I mean, not Alticia, Moodle, because of the time. So as some of you are working on Jamboard, we can go to the workbook activities, okay? And keep working on Moodle. Okay, I'll show you now. So we can take the most of the time. So this is Jamboard, and after Jamboard, now you can see you need 2 workbook activities, okay? So these are all reinforcement activities about past tense, about traveling vocabulary. And this is the first one. And this is about vocabulary. Okay, so these are some activities. The pictures are really small, so we can go back to the slides. So it could be easy to identify the different traveling activities. Let me go back to my slides again. Okay, this is where we are. Okay, we are talking about traveling, past tense, and in here. Okay, so let's try to do this one now. So this is the first activity from unit number 2, but workbook, okay? So in here, this is about the holidays, right? And we have some phrases that are usually used when speaking about the holidays or about traveling. And these are the pictures with the different actions, and they all begin with the word go, with the verb go. So the first one is go camping. If you are outside in the forest, in a park, or just in the mountains, you are going camping. And that's the first one, and that's already done. What about the second one? Go, and there's two missing gaps. So what could be here? What could be the two missing words in here? Camping is done. But what about the next one? I think there's a lady and she's walking, right? What about the next one?
Walking.
But it's not really go walking, it's go for.
No puedo ver bien. Está
Go
caminando.
for. And in here, walk. Going for a walk. Going for a walk, salir a dar un paseíto. Pasear o ir a pasear. That would be the meaning. Go for a walk. So that's the second one. There's a lady and she's walking through the fields. So that's the second one. What about the third one, number 3? Let me make it like this. Number 3.
Sí.
Yeah. Flights on the internet. When you go online.
What the fly?
Flights, los vuelos. On the internet.
Ah, ya, como que está mirando. She's looking fly on the internet.
It's not actually looking for, it's booking a flights. Or book. Let me see. Just book. Oh, how do you write book? Book flights. Book. Es como reservar. So you go online, book a flight. Online. Okay. Book flights. What about number 4?
¿Qué es eso? No alcanzo a ver.
Es como cuando entregas el pasaporte, o no sé.
Ajá. Go.
No sé.
It's hard to see, right? Because it's like, it's very small. Let me see.
Check-in.
When you are traveling, but not in Ecuador. You are going
to check out. No sé.
Teacher.
Yes.
I don't understand. No estábamos haciendo eso de la otra actividad de holiday.
The Jamboard. Okay, but while some of you are working on Jamboard, we have to keep working in here. So we're trying to go like back and forth. Or Jamboard, you can make it later, and you can do it later if you want. But let's keep working in Moodle because of the time. Because there's a lot of practice in here. And this is just one of them. This is just the first one.
Okay.
Go to travel.
But go not in Ecuador. You're flying outside Ecuador. No?
Fly.
Okay. Let me help you. Okay. So the first one is go camping, right? Se va camping. Going for a walk, paseíto. Book flights, cuando usted hace las reservas y usted se mete a la web y está ahí buscando en Expedia, está buscando en todos esos sites, ¿no? You're booking flights. Está haciendo las reservas, está comprando. When you're flying you're going not traveling in Ecuador, but outside of the country, it means that you are going abroad. Abroad es como viajar al extranjero. Por eso si ve que tiene el pasaporte en la mano. And how do you write abroad? A-B-R-O-A-D. So you're not traveling internally, like in Ecuador, you're traveling outside Ecuador. Se va a Europa, se va a Estados Unidos, I don't know, Canada. So that's not in Ecuador, that's outside. That's going abroad. What about number 5? Let me see. And this is when, if you want to go on the mountains in a place where it's really cold, you have to hire some skis. Como cuando usted renta una bicicleta, que usted no tiene bicicleta, pero usted tiene que rentarla. So if you go skiing and you don't have the skis, you have to hire the skis. Usted paga por una hora de usarlos, and that's hiring skis. Entonces usted paga por una hora de usar los skis, se va, practica, se lanza, regresa, los devuelve, and that's it. And you're not actually buying them, but you're just hiring them for maybe an hour or maybe half an hour, and you pay for that. You use them, and then you bring them back, and that's it. That's
Teacher,
hiring. Yes. Said.
hire is a synonym of rent.
Yes,
think.
it's like renting, exactly. It's like renting a bike, for example. But in here, we're talking about skis. Digamos que nos vayamos a Canadá, así en el invierno, y queramos ir ahí a practicar esquí, ¿no? No tenemos los esquís, porque es algo que no usamos. So we pay for maybe half an hour, we use them, and that's it. So that's number 5. And number 6, what do you think, number 6? You are in Cancun, and then at night you go
Out.
Se sale en la noche, se va a un club, se va, no sé, se va a pasar, se va a tomar algo, going out. Sale. So that's at night, going out at night. Okay. Number 7, what do you think? What could be number 7? If you are traveling, you usually stay in where do you stay? If you're paying for a hotel, so you stay in a hotel. Usted se queda, se hospeda, es como hospedarse, staying in a hotel. If you're traveling, right? You pay for 1 night, 2 nights, usted paga, and then you stay in the hotel, and then you leave and you go back to Guayaquil. That's staying in a hotel. What about number 8? What do you think? When you're outside taking pictures and you're taking videos and you take a selfie and then you're walking and you're watching everything and you're taking pictures again, how do you call it? You're going? No? Anyone? That's called sightseeing. Sightseeing is cuando te vas solamente camina, observa, and you're taking pictures and you're watching like this. So that is sightseeing. Usted está solamente paseando, mirando, tomando fotos, and that's going sightseeing. It might be in the mountains, it might be at the beach, where you're walking and watching and then taking pictures. That's sightseeing. That would be number 8, right? And number 9, what do you think? What could be number 9? You're applying some lotion into your skin and then you're staying in the sun for like 2 hours. How do you call that?
Sunbath.
Which
Sunbath.
one? Sunbathe. Sunbathe. On the beach. Se pone ahí una loción o algo. If you want to grab a nice skin tone, and then you have to sunbathe on the beach for a couple of hours, and then you have a beautiful golden skin color. Okay, and what about number 10? If you are not staying at home, it means that you're going for the weekend. There is one missing word in here. You go. It's not out. It's not really going out, because going out is when you go out at night. But when you are not at home and you decide to travel, you go, what could be the missing word? Anyone? Cristina, Bianca, Joel, Jessica, Said, Fernando, Angelita, Matthews, Christian.
Go away for the weekend.
How do you write away, Matthews?
AWAY.
So you go away, se va, el fin de semana. Usted dice, bueno, sábado y domingo, I'm going away for the weekend. It might be to the beach, it might be to the forest, to the mountains, and that's going away. And these are all words related to traveling words or expressions that can be used when traveling. You might go camping, you might go for a walk, you might go abroad. Si va a viajar a Canadá, Italia, no es Ecuador, so you're going abroad, overseas, going abroad. Hire, if you are paying to use skis and then you take them back, you're hiring them. If you go at night, it means that you go out at night, go for a drink, you're going out. If you are in a hotel, you're staying in a hotel. If you are walking and taking pictures, that's sightseeing. If you are on the beach and you want to grab a nice color, sunbathe. And if you are going out and outside of the city, you're going away for the weekend. Okay, now this is what we have to do on Moodle. Okay, so let's go back to Moodle. Okay, let me show you now how it looks like. Okay, wait. Okay, we're back again. So let's keep working. Let me see, Ronald, Cristina, Joel, Ivanka, Ivana, let me see, Bianca. I always say Ivana. Okay, Jessica, Angela, Diego, Gaby, Matthews, Juan Jose, Jesse, Rocio, Wari Summers, Diego, Alice, Fanny, Christian, Anita. Okay, we're back. Okay, let's keep going again. We are now on unit 2A, but we are practicing workbook activities, right? So we were able to finish the first one. We completed some of the phrases that we usually use when traveling. Okay, so this is done, right? So let's go back and let's go to the next practice. Okay, so the next practice is about adjectives, okay? And this is actually 1D, okay? So let's try it. So these are different. So what are really adjectives? Adjectives are words that describe nouns, right? So we might have a comfortable trip. We might have a frightening experience. We might have a beautiful city. Or we might have a bad experience. And so here we have to guess what the adjectives might be. And this is about traveling again. So we have kind of a description about a traveling experience. And what about the first one? Okay, let's try. We love our room. It was very, what do you think? If we're talking about the room, if we're staying in a hotel, it might be. The room might be very. Bianca, Ronald, Gaby, Fernando, Angela, Matthews.
Cozy, maybe.
Might be cozy, but I think there was another word that we already used. Let me see. Okay, you know what? Let's go first to the slides. I think this should be done. Let me show you the slides. I think it would be easier. And then we can come back to Moodle. Okay, let me show you my slides. Okay, It's actually here. It's on the slides. So it's actually this one. It's 1D. So in here we have the same text, right? And in here we have the words, okay? We didn't have the words in Moodle, but in here we have already the words. So if we're talking about the room, the first one is comfortable, okay? And the words are already given in here. So what about the second one? The weather was warm and
Sunny.
How do you write sunny?
SUNNY.
So in here we add a text box and we can type it. And you can help me, sunny. And we can always make it like this. And this is how it would look like. The weather was warm and sunny every day. So that one is done. What about number 3? There were a lot of people everywhere. It was very
Crowded.
crowded. So how do you write crowded? Again, Andy, Anna, Alice. Can you help me type in the words so we can make it faster? Let me share the
CROWE. No.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sharing the link again to this slide. So if you can help me, you can access the slide. And okay, and do not forget to add your name. Okay. Okay. What about number 4? We ate very well. The food was
Delicious.
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 It's delicious in here. Yes, delicious. 10 sobre 10, delicious. But delicious is DELICIOUS, delicious. Okay, good. Number 5, the staff in the hotel were horrible. They were very
unhelpful.
Unhelpful. So instead of helping, they did not help. And that is bad. That is a bad customer service. Bad staff, okay? They should be helpful, not unhelpful, right? That's their job. Number 6, there wasn't much in the apartment. It was very good. It's fine. It didn't even have a fridge. So it was very basic, right? Not too many amenities, not food or snacks or soap or maybe water. So it was very basic. But if you pay for something cheap, that's what you get, right? The word, let me see, number 7. I cannot read, okay. Let me see.
Friendly.
Read. Let me see. The other people on the trip were very
Friendly.
okay, friendly. We hope we can meet some of them again in the future. Good. Number 8, the town was lovely. All the houses had flowers on the balcony and they were painted in different colors. Good. It was cloudy and we didn't see the sun at all. It might happen. Our first meal was disgusting. Jessica, that was Jessica. We didn't eat at the hotel again because the food was really bad, right? Disgusting. So not good. Good. And that's it. So I think it's much better to do it like this, right? Let's try to do the next one, okay? So we can then go back to Moodle and then we can complete everything. So let's see. That was to be, and this is negative statements in past tense, okay? So if the positive statement is we stay at the campsite, the negative statement should be we didn't stay in a hotel, right? So we stay at a campsite, we didn't stay in a hotel. So that's the negative statement. They are using contractions, right? And there's an auxiliary form, we didn't stay. So what about number 2? They bought postcards.
Oh.
Uy. Be careful with the audio.
Ahí sería, they didn't buy postcards.
They bought postcards or they.
Yeah, sorry, miss.
Okay. Okay, they bought postcards or they did not buy any souvenirs. So instead of souvenirs, because that might be more expensive, they just bought postcards, which is cheaper, right? Okay, what about number 3? The people were unfriendly. It means has a negative statement that. Okay, what about this? How can you rewrite it? Rewrite it in as a negative statement. What do you think? Jessica, Bianca, Rocío. Where is Jesse? Juan José. No lo veo.
Yeah,
Joel,
the
Fernanda.
people didn't be unfriendly.
The people were unfriendly. It means that they were not very weren't very helpful. And here we have to use contractions. So they were not very helpful. They were unfriendly. Okay, good. Number 4, I sunbathed on the beach. It means that what could be the negative statement? If
I didn't sunbathe.
Sunbathe. I didn't sunbathe by
the pool.
So instead of going to the pool, I sunbathed on the beach. Okay, that's everybody.
Miss, what is sunbathe?
Sunbathe es como tomar el sol. Como cuando usted se acuesta así, se pone el bloqueador o se pone el bronceador. So, and then you sunbathe es como que toma sol. Ajá.
Okay.
Good. We hire bikes. So if we hire bikes, it means that a car. Okay, but nobody's writing, nobody's typing. I don't see anybody writing anything. So, and that's the whole point. I want you to practice and try, at least try, okay? Don't worry if it's not perfect, because this is the time to make corrections, okay? And to find the mistake, so the mistake cannot be repeated again, right? What about number 6? He spent a month in Bangkok. It means that a week there.
Not.
He did not spend a week there, because he spent a month, not a week, right? So that's why we're finding a negative statement. Okay, number 7, our room was dirty. It means that our room, how can we make it negative? If it says our room was dirty.
Our room was very clean.
Our room was not very clean. It means that the room was dirty. Okay, but that's has a negative statement. Our room wasn't very clean. It means that it was dirty. But I want you to try it. You can write it down in here, because I'm going to go back to Moodle, and we have to keep working in Moodle now. Okay. Let me see. And then we have one more. This one says the holiday that wasn't. So it wasn't really a holiday. Why? So this is a very short text about a holiday experience. And they ask you to complete the text with a past simple form. But these are the verbs that we should be using. Arrive, ask, book, cannot. Decide is already done. Go is used twice. Look, take, or want. So that's the holiday that wasn't. Okay, let's start. Joel, can you start reading?
Okay,
Mhm.
4 years age
4 years ago.
ago, 4
Mhm.
years ago, we decide
Mhm.
to go away
Mhm.
for the weekend.
For the weekend. Mhm.
Mm,
We
we arrived,
it could be arrived,
arrived,
but it's not really arrived because it says we to
Go.
to go to Portugal. So there's no go and it's not arrive. Mhm. What could be? There's another option. Well, we have to use past
Wanted.
tense. We wanted to go to Portugal. So we wanted to go to Portugal. So we booked. We booked, right? A beautiful apartment online. Could be Airbnb or any other website. So they went online and they booked an apartment because they wanted to go to Portugal. A week later, we took a week later, we took a taxi to the airport, and then we
Arrived.
We arrived at the airport at 2 o'clock, and we went to check in, right? Because you have to check in before you actually are allowed to go into the hotel room, right? So once you check in, you're given the keys or the card, and then you can go to your room. The woman at the desk asked for us, the woman at the desk asked us for our passports. Why? Because your passport is your identification, right? Because you don't live in Portugal, so you always have to show your passport, right? We
Looked in.
Which one? We?
Looked in. Looked.
We looked in our bags, but we couldn't find them. Se les perdieron. Because it might happen, right? So they start looking for the passport in the bag, but they couldn't find them. So we went home. Tuvieron que regresarse. So sad. So they decided to go to Portugal. They are actually booked an apartment. They took the taxi. They arrived at the airport. They checked in. But when they were about to be allowed to go into the plane, so they didn't even arrive to the city itself. So they were at the desk, at the airport desk. They checked their passports, but they didn't have the passport. So then they lost the plane and they had to go back home. So that's why the title says the holiday that wasn't, because they actually didn't enjoy the holiday. They didn't actually go anywhere because they couldn't show their passports. And that's it. Okay. On letter D, you have to read again the text, and then you have to write down the missing parts of the text. When did they decide to go away for the weekend? So that happened 4 years ago. No pasó ahorita. That happened. They are remembering maybe that it happened 4 years ago. Where what is it missing? Where?
They won.
But what do you have to use before anything else in here?
Where did they won?
Where did they want to go? It's not wanted, right? Because we're using already did. So in here, let me click this out. Let me do something in here. Just give me 1 second. Let me add a text box. Yes. Yeah, can you please help me so we can make it faster? Where did they want to go? Portugal. They wanted to go to Portugal. How did they
Book.
How did they book the apartment? Because you can do it, you have to do it online because you're not actually in Portugal yet, right? So you go online, you go to Airbnb, and then you book the apartment or the hotel or house or hostel, anything, anywhere, but you have to book it online and then you pay and then you can stay there. So how did they book the apartment? They book it online. Okay. What about number 4? When
Did they arrive?
When did they arrive at the airport? They arrive at the airport at 2 o'clock. Okay, so they arrive at the airport. And then what?
Did the woman ask?
What did the woman ask for? ¿Qué les pidió la señora? She asked for their passports. But where
Did they go?
Where did they go in the end? They just went back home. Se tuvieron que volver a la casa. Sin Portugal, no flight, no trip, no holiday. So that's what happened at the very end. Okay. So now let's go back to Moodle. Let's go back. But you have to try because it's not gonna be always me like typing all the answers, giving you the answers because it doesn't make sense.
Excuse me, in number
Yes.
2, in number 2 no es did we won.
Okay, let me see. Let me go back. Let me see. We already did this one or not. Okay, in here, we have to do this one first.
Me acabé de hacer esa, pero yo hice
Okay,
el
you
primer
did this.
intento, pero, o sea, yo lo hice bien, pero el error fue como que no estaba como que en el orden que lo pusieron.
Okay, let me see.
Es que ahí siempre dice que es en orden alfabético, por lo general, siempre tiene que ser en orden alfabético.
Where it says the write the past simple of the verbs. This one. Okay, let me check. Let's check. Okay, let me check Summers. Okay, what happened? Stayed, rent, stayed. Okay, yes, you're right. It says write the past simple of these verbs in the correct column in alphabetical order. Esto es lo que siempre hay que tomar en cuenta. Siempre lo pide en orden
Justo esa palabra no había leído.
Yeah, it might happen. So the regular forms, the first one should be arrived because it starts with the letter A. Arrived, asked, invited, rented, stayed, sunbathed. And if it's irregular, it will be ate, bought, choose is fine, could, fail, and said. That should be the last one. Yeah, according to the order. Okay, Ronald, let's try to do this one. Did you finish this one before? Because we have to go like, otherwise we can skip one practice and then it's gonna be, it's not gonna be done, and then you won't have a grade. Okay, so this is where we are. We are on 2A, workbook activities. We already did number 1A. And then 1D, and then in here we're writing the past simple of the verbs. Bad verbs might be regular or irregular. Okay, this is what we are practicing now. This is 2A. Let's go to results. And let's see how are we doing. Okay, so Summer's right again, and now it's fine. Andy, Maria Cristina, Ana, Alice, Juana, okay, Juanita, okay, good. Rocio is trying now. Gaby Macías, Joel, Juan José, Pamela, Fanny, And that's it. Hasta ahí estamos. But I'm still missing a lot of people. I'm concerned. I should have at least 30 people done. I just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, only 9. What the one that already counts is the one that is highlighted in blue. It means that that is the grade that will be accounted at the end. Si usted en el primer intento sacó una nota baja y usted sacó 4, por ejemplo, y usted intenta de nuevo y en la segunda saca 9, la plataforma siempre va a tomar el último intento, el más alto, porque así está configurada. But if you are not trying, then you'll stay with the first attempt grade. So you can always, if you want to improve, you can always try again. Let me see. I have some more. Joel, Pamela, Fanny, okay. Diego, okay. Okay, so let's keep on going. Ronald. Ronald is trying this one now, right? No lo había hecho. Okay, so try it now, Ronald. Okay. Now, after this one, this is 2A, right? This is where we are. Now let's move to, okay, this is done, and this is done. So what comes next? Within the grammar section, we are in the grammar section. We already tried the first one, 2A. And there's another one, which is 2B. Okay, so there's A, B, C, and D. And these are all just about grammar, okay? And within grammar, we're talking about past simple, okay? So 2A and 2B should be done. No, I mean 2B, we have to do 2B, okay? There are 7 people who already try it and it's fine. Okay, how can we make this negative? We stay at a campsite, it means that
we didn't stay.
But the first letter should be uppercase. We didn't stay in a hotel. Acuérdese que aquí es el tema del apóstrofe, que a veces como que si es curvito, que si es recto, pero creo que este es el recto, si no me equivoco. O es un poquito curvo. We didn't stay in a hotel. They bought postcards. It means that they
didn't buy.
That they didn't buy any souvenirs. Aquí está mal, porque es aquí el apóstrofe. They didn't buy. Si lo ponemos, si se nos va una letra de más o se nos va un espacio de más, no nos lo va a contar válido. Ok, so hay que tener mucho cuidado. The people were unfriendly. It means that they
weren't.
They were not very helpful. They weren't very helpful. I sunbathed on the beach. It means that I Gaby, Juanita, Joel, Jessie.
I didn't sunbathe.
I didn't sunbathe by the pool. Number 5, we hire bikes. It means that we didn't hire a car. And number 6, he spent a month in Bangkok. It means
He didn't
spend a week there. And 7, our room was very dirty. It means that our room wasn't very clean. And that's it. Okay, now let me see yours. Por aquí estamos entonces, ¿no? Yacid, good. So Yacid is done, and he was done at 11:16, 11:18. So he already did it. I can even see the time. So good, Yacid. Andy is done too. Hace rato ya lo hizo Andy. Juana, okay. Angela, okay. And the rest is trying now. It's only about making negative statements. If it's positive, we are rewriting the statement into a negative form. And that's it. Okay, let's see what comes next. So that was 2B, right? Let me see. Angela, Alice, Pamela, Said, Summers, María Cristina, Diego, Bianca, Angela, Joel, Rocío, Juana, Andy. What is it, Ronald? Ronald, are you doing this one?
Miss, any question.
Ajá.
Sí, mire, yo abrí la Alticia, toda la semana la he abierto desde mi trabajo, entonces no he tenido ningún problema. En el link que envió, yo entré directamente, pero resulta que he estado tratando de ingresar desde mi computadora personal y no me sale, me manda ahí donde dice como que ponga la dirección de correo y puse ahí olvidar contraseña, puse mi correo personal, no sé si está mal eso, y ahí me dijo que iba a llegar a mi correo, pero no me llegó nada.
Tiene que poner el correo institucional, si no me equivoco. No es el personal, porque ustedes tienen un correo institucional. Intente con ese y me avisa, ¿ya? Me avisa.
Sí, lo que pasa es que si me paso a mi correo institucional, la clave llegaría ya. Déjenme ver, lo que pasa es que no me acuerdo la clave de mi institucional.
Ajá, ahí sí tiene que, o trate de recuperarla, no sé cómo hace.
Déjame ver. Sí, pero no he podido trabajar en una actividad de acá a la computadora porque no me sale. Tendré que, si no, me toca esperar el lunes el trabajo. Ya, mis gracias.
Okay, so that was 2B, right? Now, let me see. Let's go to 2C. Okay, this one. There's 5 people already. They already did it. So that was the holiday that wasn't. The one that we were practicing on the slides is the same. Same activity here. Okay, let me see. Juana, can you please read? Can you try it? And everybody can help.
4 years ago, we arrived. We weren't.
We have to use this first. It could be arrived as, who, cannot, decide, but they should all be in past. So what could be the first one? 4 years ago, we
went.
Anybody? Can you use the chat?
Decided.
Decide.
Maybe cannot.
Decide.
No. There's another option. We did it already, but on the slide.
Want.
It's decided because it's already marked.
Okay, let's try. We decided to go, oh yes, you're right. Yeah, because wanted is in another, okay, it's fine. 4 years ago, we decided to go away for the weekend. And then we
want.
And then but it's not want, it's in past tense,
want.
Right? We wanted to go to Portugal. So we
booked.
So we booked a beautiful apartment online. A week later, we we took a taxi, but it's past tense, so it becomes took. We took a taxi to the airport, right? We arrived. Yes. We arrived at the airport at 2 o'clock, and we went to check in. The woman at the desk let me see the chat. Thank you, Christian. She asked us for our passports because that's your identification, right? We in our bags.
Look.
We
Look.
booked is already done. Took.
Look.
We
Looked.
looked. We looked in our bags, but we but we could not find them. So we
Went.
went back home. So we went home because they could not find the passport, so they were not allowed to get into the plane and take the flight, right? And that's it. Okay, let's see how you did it. Jacid, good. Let me see how Jacid did it. Oh, you have to use contractions. So it's not could not, it's couldn't. Okay, just be careful. I wrote it as the long form, but it's actually has a contraction. Ivanka, okay, Andy, Fanny, good. Matthews is trying, Rocio, Cristina. Where is Jesse? Diego, Summers, Fanny. What is Ronald? Jesse. ¿Quién más me falta? Diana. Diana. Alice. Fanny. Let me see. Diego. Where is it? Joel. Fernando. I don't see Fernando. Bianca. Okay, most of you are done. Okay, Diego is trying. Fanny. Jessica. Okay, Jessica, Juana, Alice. Okay, I don't see Fernando anywhere. Fernando, are you here? Can you hear me? Because I don't see you trying this quiz at least. And what is it Ronald too? Juan Jose, let me see Juan Jose. What is Juan? See.
Ya lo estoy haciendo, Miss.
Okay, okay, thank you. Let me see, Jesse.
¿Qué me estás haciendo, Miss?
Oh, Ronald, there you are. Que no se me escape. Okay. Fernando, sí, yo creo que no está aquí. Joel, Said, Rocío, okay. Okay. Okay, let's keep trying. Let's go to the next one. Now, so we tried to A, B, C, and then we had to go to 2D. Okay, vamos. Okay, no, this is the one we did, right? That was 2D, okay? So I think that's the last grammar practice. So we had to A, B, C, and D. Okay, so let's go to the pronunciation one. We are going to listen to some verbs, but the sound will not be the same, the final sounds. As you already know, there are some regular verbs and irregular verbs, and they will not sound the same. Okay.
Miss,
yes.
disculpe, la 2D no hemos hecho.
Which one?
La 2D.
Let me see. 2D. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, we did it. That's the one, the holiday that one.
No, Miss, mire abajo.
Oh,
Ahí.
this one. Okay, okay. I'm sorry. Thank you. So that was the same. It was the same questions, right? When?
Did.
When did?
Decide. No.
When did they decide to go away from the weekend? And that happened 4 years ago. Hace 4 años. Because we're talking about the past. When did they decide to go away? 4 years ago. Number 2. Where?
Where did one?
They
want
they want
to go.
They wanted to go to Portugal, but they actually did never arrive to Portugal because something happened, right? How
did
they
book?
How did they book the apartment? If they book it online, okay? When
When did they arrive?
Hey, I'm sorry. When did they arrive at the airport? So they arrived.
Mija, ¿y
At
es the,
2
es
o'clock.
we or es they? Because, porque dice we. Entonces,
En number 2, no es we.
Let me see. It could be, but let me see how they. I think they, because they are talking about something that already happened. I think they are using they, because they are asking you questions about that holiday that already happened 4 years ago. So it's not, they're not asking themselves. So it's like somebody else is asking, and it's like remembering about this bad experience. No es que ellos lo están preguntándose a sí mismos, ¿no? Que dijeron, bueno, ¿y cuándo nos fuimos? ¿Cuándo regresamos? So it's like about the text, but since it already happened, they're using they for all of
Y
the
cuando es we no se responde con you. Y you con we.
Claro, porque por aquí no le están diciendo eso, porque si ve que la respuesta dice, how did they book? They book it online. O sea, está respondiendo con they. Ajá. Y en la primera, when did they decide? Solamente dicen 4 years ago. ¿Cuándo? Where did they want to go? Portugal. And they, in here, number 3, they said they, right? So that's, we should ask using they too. Si se refiere a ellos, entonces ellos lo hicieron, ellos llegaron, ellos reservaron. Ajá. When did they arrive? 2 o'clock. La hora. Están preguntando el tiempo, ¿no? ¿A qué horas llegaron? What? And they're talking about the lady, because they're giving you the answer. She asked for their passport. So how should be the question written? What
did
the
woman?
It could be the woman or it could be she, right? What did she ask for? Or what did the woman ask for? It could be the woman. I'm not sure. It could be she or the woman, but it should be the same, right? She asked for the passports. What about 6? Where? Last one. Where?
Did they go?
Where did they go in the end? So in the end, since they didn't have their passports, the woman at the desk, okay? Okay, is it like this? What did the woman at the desk, like this, ask for? Okay, good. Thank you, Fanny. And where did they go in the end? They went back home. And these are the questions and those are the answers. Now let me see. I didn't check the attempt, so maybe that's why. This is Anna's. Okay, so it's not really the woman, it's actually what did the woman at the desk? Okay, I'm sorry, Anita, but we have to try again. Okay. Let me see, anybody else? How many people have finished? Ronald, ¿ya intentó este?
Teacher, ¿me podría poner este otro intento? Es que en el otro puse antes de desk, puse ask de nuevo, entonces
okay.
me volví a equivocar.
Okay, so I'm doing that right now. Okay, and now you can try again. I think you have to press F5, como que tiene que actualizarlo. Ajá, Yasid.
Ahorita estoy haciendo mis ahorita.
Okay, this is Yasid. Okay, Yasid. Okay, the woman at the desk. Okay, good. Okay, let me see somebody else. I'm gonna reload it again. And I should have like 30 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm still missing people. Okay. Remember that at the very end, Moodle will be graded too. All the quizzes, every quiz will be graded. And then there will be an average, right? If we completed 70 quizzes, I don't know, 80 quizzes or 100 quizzes at the end, those 100 quizzes, they will be like average by 100, and then that will give you a grade under 2 points So that's why it's very important to work every quiz. There might be times where some of the quizzes might not be done, but maybe it could be 1 or 2, but most of them will have to be done in class. A veces hay errores, ¿no? Ciertas cositas en la plataforma, pero se las puede pulir. Or maybe the audios, or there might be some observations, but most of them will be done in here, almost like 100%, because this is how we practice. Okay, Ronald is working, Said, Anita's trying again, and Joel. Okay, let's keep working. Let's go to the next one. See? So now we can work the pronunciation one. Okay, so these are the verbs. It might be walked, rent, or ask. It might be wanted, argued, stayed, or booked, decided, or started, arrived, invited, or sunbathed. Okay, so there will be one verb which has a different ED sound. Okay, let's listen first.
File 2A. Pronunciation. B. 1. Coins. Wallets. Purses. 2.
Classes. Files.
I think this is not the audio, right? I don't know if I am. Let me see. Let me go to questions. Maybe in here. Let me try again.
File 2A. Pronunciation. B. 1.
This is
Coins. Wallets.
it says B, right? So it might be the second audio and not this audio. Let me see. Let me try again. Let's see. Let's see if it's this one.
Mi, ¿eso cómo lo hacemos? Porque yo la abrí.
Yeah, I listened to it, but I don't know what happened. And how do you do it? I see some people that already try it. You know what? Let's eliminate this attempt. Rocio and Diego. So, and let me find the right audio. Okay. So let me delete the attempts until we can actually know what happened with that audio, because that's not the right audio, right? But let's try the next one, this one. Okay, in here, let me see, in here, let me see, we have the audio here. We should have it. So these are different words, but they have different sounds. Let me see if I can grab the audio so we can listen. I think that's not the audio, right? Let me try again. No, we don't have that audio. I'm sorry. Let me see if we have the next one. Let me write it down. Or you know what? Let me do something. Now that we are here, let me share this link and ask for help. Jimmy, just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. And that's the first one. This is 3A. 3A, and this is Unit 2A workbook. And there was another one that was 3A. And what was the other audio? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, let me. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so I already shared the links, so we can get some help with the audios, okay? So while I get help with the audios, let me see if I can try this one too. I don't know what happened. Let me listen to this one.
File 2A. Listening.
Just give me 1 second.
Speaker 1.
My bag is very important to me because I have my laptop in it. I also have some files and a pen.
Okay, I think this one might have to be checked too. Give me 1 second. Okay. Let me see. So this is what the one I am asking for help to. And here we can try this one. They said that we don't really need an audio for this one. And that is 3C. Let's try it. Let's try it. Because there is no audio, but we can try it on ourselves. Okay, so these are the words. Let's try to do this one. This is 3C, and this is irregular past simple forms in the correct circle in alphabetical order. So we have to keep the alphabetical order always in mind. So there's different sounds. So in here, number 1, the sound is horse. So but and horse has same sound, right? What about number 2? Cat. Cats and drank, same sound. Number 3, phone and broke, same again. Number 4, egg and read, same. It could be, and we have to find within these verbs the one that has a similar sound to the sounds already given. Number 5, it says train, so similar to train, came, and there are 2 other verbs that might have the same sound. So which verbs could those be? Let's try. Okay, what do you think? Okay, who wants to help? Jessie, Cristina, Rocio, Angela. What about horse and bought?
Bought.
Caught could be, right? Okay, any other? Which one?
Wrote.
Okay, let me see. Wrote. Horse, bought, caught, and wrote. Okay, what about number 2? Cat, drank.
Wrong.
Cat. So what comes first? R, so it would be ran, right? And then sat. Okay, what about number 3? Phone, broke.
Drove.
Okay, drove. Or Phone, broke, drove.
So,
Okay, could be. Yes. Okay, what about 4? Egg.
Made, set,
Went. Okay, went. Egg, read, went.
said,
Said. Okay, and what about train and came?
okay.
Pero todo es orden alfabético y
In
diferenciado.
alphabetical order, teacher.
El orden
Which
alfabético.
one? Which one? Which one?
Alphabetical order, todo.
Okay,
Y-
so in here, cut and wrote,
Eso está
it's
bien.
fine. Number 2, drank, ran, and sat. I
En
think
number
it's
4.
fine.
Number 4 es el orden alfabético. Number 4.
R-E-R-S-T. So R should be fine in here, right?
4.
Okay,
When
and 4.
say it is
Okay, so when should be here. So it should be W, S. So set should be first, right? And then went, like this. Okay, like this. According to the alphabetical order, right? And what about 5? Is it fine? I think it is, right? Drove, so. No? Okay, let's see. Let's see how you did. Okay, let's see, Diego.
El ejercicio anterior no lo hacemos.
I already am asking for help for the previous audio because the audio doesn't match the information that has to be listened to. So the previous one, let's keep it on hold till I ask for help. Okay, so this one should be now. Okay, let me see. Caught, sold, drove, wrote, ran, sat, said, went, gave, and made. Okay, so this is 3C, right? Okay, let me see. Let me see the previous one. They said that it's already fixed. So let's see. Okay, it was listening, right? This one. Let me see. Okay, let's listen. That was 3A.
File 2A. Pronunciation. B. 1. Coins.
Okay. I found the mistake. It says 2A, but it's 3A, right? Okay, just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Let me ask for help. Okay. So this is, it says 2A, but it's actually 3A according to the platform.
File 2A.
Okay, that might be the mistake. Okay, let's keep it on hold. Let's hold for that one. So we can go, this one is already done. This is the one that is still missing, right? And let's listen to the 5 speakers to see if this is fine now. This is for A.
File 2A. Listening. Speaker 1. My bag is very important.
Okay, that's why in here there's the same. Just give me 1 second. But it's actually for A. Let me take a screenshot. Okay. Okay, let's keep going to the next one because I'm still waiting on that one. I think nobody tried it, right? Nadie lo ha intentado. Aquí no hay intentos, so no intente ese todavía, at least not yet. This one is done. This is the one we just finished, right? Okay, the one about the verbs, and there's one more. Just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so this is done, and then the one from the listening activity for A. So let's hold for that one, okay? Now let me stop sharing my screen just for a moment, and let me go to 2B. So that's what comes next. Let's try to start 2B. Okay. 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 So this is where we are now. So right now you should be able to look at unit 2B, and the name of the unit is called The Story Behind the Photo. Okay, now you should be able to look at all of this, but do not try to do anything yet. Let me show you something in my slides. Okay, this is where we are. Okay, before we try that one, I want you to help me doing something else. And that should be in the slides. Let me see. Let me show you something. My slides. Okay. So this is where we are. So this should be the beginning of unit 2B, right? So we have already worked on 2A, student book and workbook, and this is actually 2B. Now, this is a picture taken not too long ago, but what was happening in here and when was it taken? Can you grab that information? Do you have that information? And can you help me writing a description of this moment? What can you see in the picture? Jessie, what is it happening?
I can see a famous person.
Okay. So who is it, this famous person?
Messi.
Okay. Mr. Messi, right? Very famous. So what could be happening in here? Can you add a little or brief description? Let me add, I mean, there's a lot of different bubbles. I usually add this, so you can write in here, these little circles. And within each of the circles, you can write in order to give a very brief description. Okay, so in here, I want you to describe. What is it happening? Where are they? Why are they happy? Because they look happy, right? What do you think, Cristina? What is it happening?
Messi won the game.
But it wasn't any game, right? It wasn't any, you know, usual game.
Champ.
How do you? I think that happened last year, right? Because we are in 2023, and that happened in
the Mundial.
2022. And how do you call this? Let me write it in the chat. It's the World Football. I mean the World Championship.
Amateurs. Amateurs.
But they are not amateurs, Ronald. I mean,
No, no. Los aficionados que están alrededor de él.
yeah, of course. They are like, they're fans, right? Son los fanáticos. They're like, Messi, we won Argentina. And they were like really, really happy because they won the World Championship, and that happened in 2022. So it didn't happen today or last week. That was last year, right? But they were celebrating, right? And where were they celebrating? Where are they? When did this happen? Can you give more information? Can you be more specific? And where is Messi? Is he walking? Because I think he's not even walking. He's like, I think he looks like he's flying, and he's holding something in his hand. I think he has something in his hand. Let me see. He is holding a trophy, right? And it's not any trophy. Let me move this a little bit, Anita. So let me take this out and let me move this like this. Let me move it a little bit up to here. And look what is he holding in his hand? He's holding something. Okay, what's this that he's like this? Okay. Okay, can somebody else? Because I don't see anybody else writing. Only Anna and I don't know who else. And in here, there's plenty of more space for you to write and to add information and to describe, because this is giving descriptions, but this is not really any picture. It's a very important event that actually happened last year. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. I was trying to check the previous attempt. Let me see, just 1 second. Let me go back.
Teacher, me voy a conectar en otro para que me pueda dejar entrar.
Okay.
En otro dispositivo.
Okay. Okay. So according to, don't forget to write your name. And there's one more picture while she connects again. This is another event, different, but this is not Argentina. This is not in Qatar. This happened to Ecuadorian athletes, right? Ecuadorian different they have become famous now, but they were not famous before. But what were they doing in the pictures? Because this didn't happen recently or today. This happened some time ago. We had what are their names? Can you remember their names? Chito Vera. What happened to Chito? What was
He's a fighter.
Okay, he's a fighter. And what was his latest big accomplishment? He won. What did he win?
Teacher, ¿me puede dejar ingresar en la
Oh, I'm
otra?
sorry. I wasn't looking. Okay, Anita. Okay, there you go. I think you're back. Okay. So Fanny, thank you, Fanny. Bianca, let me see. Ronald, Rocio, let me see. Diego. I don't see. What about the rest of the people? Angela, Said, Juana, Vero. I don't see Gaby, Juan Jose, Jessica, Joel, Pamela, Yacid, Fernando. I'm still missing. Okay. Okay, let me see. So let me share the slide now. The best player in the world. Okay, but what was he doing? Messi playing soccer the best. He several glasses. Glasses. But it's not actually glasses. Okay, it's actually Messi was playing, right? Because we're talking about Messi and it's a he. So Messi was playing soccer. That could be one sentence. Okay, so we can divide ideas into different sentences. Messi was playing soccer. So who is Messi? He is the best what? The best football player, right? We can say that. So there's another sentence. So every sentence is one idea. He is the best football player. That's another idea. He won. You could use past. He won a championship. Championship. A football or a football championship. Okay, and in here it's much better. Okay, he's a famous person, so I can see a lot of people because they admire him. Okay, so Angela, can you read yours? So what is it happening? What did it happen? Okay. Okay, let me see that. Let's check the next one. Okay. So who's the lady? What was he doing? She is in a competition of weightlifting. Okay. So what was she doing right at the moment the picture was taken? She was lifting something very heavy, right? So that's the sport about. They have to lift a very, very heavy, it's like a weight, right? But the heaviest it is, and the better they do, they can win. And I think she actually won, right? She became really famous. What was her name? Do you remember her name? Alice, Diego? What is her name? Yacid, Fernando, Matthews? What's her name? Okay, Summers. Okay, Juan Jose. But what were they doing? The Ecuadorian team is celebrating, okay? If we describe the picture, they are celebrating, right? But if it's something that already happened, we could say that the Ecuadorian team, if there's more than one people, that they were celebrating, okay? Because we're talking about a team, it's more than one people, right? Chito Vera is Ecuadorian. Okay, yeah, he's Ecuadorian. He's a UFC fighter from Ecuador. Okay, the girl was able to lift the weight. Okay, so we could say that she was lifting the weight, right? Okay, Gabi, what happened? What can you read your description?
Okay, the woman probably won the competition.
Okay, okay, yes, that's right. I think she won actually, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So these are just different moments and the pictures describe what was it happening right at the moment, right? So we were trying to describe the actions, right? They were celebrating, they were happy, they were singing. I think they're singing because they have different songs, right? Ole, ole, something like that, but they were singing, I think. They were shouting, they were crying, porque hasta lloraban, they were crying. And here they were praying. I think they are praying. Yo creo que están como dando gracias, no? I think they are praying. And Chito is getting ready. He was getting ready to fight. And the lady, she was lifting a very heavy weight. And there's another girl and she was running, right? So if we talk about these actions, this is not actually present time and this is not actually past time. This is a description about something that already happened. And this is another picture of a very special moment in history. Can someone help me reading? Who can read? Who wants to read? Matthews, Diego, Pamela. No, anyone? Jessie, Juana, Cristina, Angela, Jessica. No.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you, Cristina.
A moment in history. On 4th November, I arrived in Chicago late in the evening. I wanted to photograph Barack Obama and his family in the convention center. But when I got there, I discovered that I didn't have my press pass and I couldn't go inside. I walked around the park outside the center. Although it was November, it was a warm night. The atmosphere was wonderful. When I took this photo, everybody was looking at the TV screens waiting for the election result.
Okay.
Some people were quietly holding hands and smiling. Others were tense and nervous. They felt that it was their moment. Certainly, I realized that this was a better place to be than inside.
Okay.
I was watching Obama victory through the face of all these people, African, Hispanic, Chinese, white. At about 11 o'clock, the results were announced and everybody went mad. People started laughing, shouting, and crying. But when Obama made his speech, they all became quiet and emotional. There was only one place to be on the planet that night, and I was there.
So what was the special moment in history, and where did this happen? In which country this is happening? Is it Ecuador? Jesse, what do you think? Is it Ecuador? Is it in here or not? Or where is it? Where did this happen?
In the United States.
It happened in the United States. This is not Ecuador, right? How you can tell that it's the United States and not Ecuador? How can you know? How do you know? It's not here, for example. Do you see the flags? Because I think in the picture you can see actually the flags. The people are holding flags and they are watching something. What are they watching at? They're looking at something.
Obama's victory.
But is it Obama right there? He wasn't right there. What were they doing that they were looking at something? They were not actually looking at Obama's because he was not right there. According to the reading, he wanted to photograph Barack Obama and his family in the convention center, but when he got there, he discovered that he didn't have his press pass. If you don't have a pass, you are not allowed to get into the place, right? So if he was not allowed, he walked around the park, outside the center. So he's not really inside the convention center. He's outside. So since it was November, on November it's quite cold already, but it was a warm night, so it wasn't that cold. So people were looking at it's in
TV screens.
They were actually looking at where is it? I saw it. TV screens. And they were waiting for the election results. So they were like this, waiting. So because there was Mr. Obama and somebody else. I don't remember who was the other candidate, but there were two candidates. But why is it a moment in history? What was different about this election? Why is it called a moment in history? Who is Mr. Obama? Right now, he's not the president, but why is he different than the other candidates?
Because I think it's because that he was the first Black president in the United States.
That is why. Excellent. That is why. As you know, the United States has, they never had a Black male president. They were always white American presidents, right? So it was the first time a Black American person won the president. I mean, he was elected the president of the United States. So that's why it was a historical moment back in 2000 and that was 2009, I think. It doesn't, I think it doesn't say in here, but that's why people were really emotional and they were really, they were holding hands, they were smiling, they were very, they were really paying attention to the TV because they wanted to know the final results, if he won or not. So it was Obama's victory. And how did they react to Obama's winning the presidential election?
Because he saw the faces.
So he didn't know what was happening because he was outside, but he was just looking at people's faces and just from the facial expressions and their eyes and the gestures, he realized that they were really anxious and they were nervous because they wanted to know the results. And what kind of people were looking at the screen? So through the faces of all these people, and where were they from? Were they only black or white? What kind of people were actually looking and expecting results?
African, Hispanic.
So
Chinese.
Chinese, white.
So it was not a victory just for the white people or just for the American people. In America or in the United States, there's different races and people from all over the world. So there's African people, Hispanic people, Chineses, white. So there's people from all over the world, different races, different countries, and they all go to America and they live in America. They become American. So it was a victory not just for the white American people, but for everyone, everybody living in the States. So that's why when the results were announced, how did they react? What did they start doing? What were their reactions?
Laughing, shouting.
They were laughing, shouting, even crying. They became very emotional. But when they started to speak, when he gave his speech, his first speech as a president, they became quiet and emotional because they felt that, I mean, Obama represented everyone, not just the white Americans, but every single person living in America and who doesn't look like white Americans. So it wasn't a victory not just for the country, but for everyone, okay? So it was the only place to be in that night, and I was there. So it was a very, very important moment in history for the States. Now, let's go back to Moodle. I think we can still work some of the activities from unit. This is actually unit 2B. And I think we can at least do the first, let me show you. Let's see if we can start this. And this is actually unit 2B. And the name of the unit is the story behind the photo. So behind the picture, there's a whole story. Behind Messi's picture winning the world championship, it was a very historical moment, right? Because it was a very important achievement for Argentina, for all Hispanic people, right? Because Argentina represented everyone from South America or from at least Latin America. But in here, it was a very special moment because it was the first Black male president in the United States, Mr. Barack Obama. Now, these are some questions that I was actually asking you while we were looking at the picture. And in here, let's try to do at least the first one, okay? I'm not gonna push you into the rest. We can work this tomorrow. But let's try to do this. Let me see. This is just very simple, and it's about the reading, so we can finish with the reading idea, right? So if we look at the highlighted verbs, do they describe actions that happen? There's two options. After he took the picture or at the same time as he took the picture. When I took this photo, everybody was looking at the TV screens, waiting for the election results. Some people were quietly holding hands and smiling. Others were tense and nervous. So how is the description being made? Is right at the moment he's taking or after he took the picture?
At the same.
Because he was looking at their faces and he didn't know, he wasn't watching actually the TV screen. He was looking at people's reactions, right? So he was trying to describe what was happening at the same time as he was taking the photo. That's it. Okay, so that's why I just gave you like 4 minutes because this shouldn't take that long. There's just two options, but this is just to grab the main idea from this paragraph from the reading about the historical moment in the US. Okay, so before we leave, Let's try to finish this one. Let me see. Okay, so most of the people who are actually in the session, because I know I don't have all my students. There are some people missing, but do not forget, please, to work this activity before we leave. Remember, we have this activity in Jamboard, okay? And this is, I can see somebody, Jessie. Jessie is writing about her last holiday to Atacames. Nice, very nice. Yacid, he hasn't started. Ana Cristina, good. Okay, she added a picture, fine. Pamela, I think she's not here. Veronica, neither. Angela, so if you were here, if you were in class, you should have this done by now, right? Alice, excellent. Natalia, I think she's not here. Fanny is not here, I think, right? And this is actually Juana. So Juanita, good, very nice. She used the background, she used additional pictures, and she managed to add the text just in the middle, like it was a book. Very nice, Juana. For me, it's not just about the reading, it's about everything. It's about how you personalize your assignment. So it's really nice. I really like this. And that's it. So that is Jamboard number 2, but we have a Jamboard number 1. ¿Se acuerdan que les dije? No entraba todas las personas no me cabían en una pizarra y creé otra pizarra para que cada estudiante tenga su propio espacio, ¿no? Y puedan, and you can write. Mateo, I think he's not here, right? Fanny, good. Fanny, I really like this. Okay, Miami, good. Gabby, I think she still have to work on the text, right? There's just a picture. Okay. Summers, nice, very nice. Matthews, you're still missing some personalization. You're still missing at least an image, right? Juan Jose, there's just text. Okay, but you could add something else, right? Joel, I think Joel has to add something else too. There's nothing, just the text and the questions. So it's very simple. Jessica, really nice. Jessica, I really liked it. Bianca, good Bianca, good. Andy and Ivan. Ivan is not here. Patricia is not here either. Christian and Gabi. Diana, Cecilia, I think Dianita, she had an issue with Zoom and she's not here. Said, okay, Said, I think you still have to add more. You have to write about your last trip. Alice, there's nothing in here. And that's it. That's it. So let me go back and let me have the check attendance one more time. So before we leave, let's go back to attendance. Okay, vamos a tomar la asistencia nuevamente, okay? To make sure who was here at the end and who was not. Mateo, is Mateo here? Mateito? No? Okay, Fanny? Fanny?
Present.
No? Okay, there she is. Summers? Hi, Summers. I can see you now. Thank you. Matthews, Juan Jose?
Present, Miss.
Juan Jose está aquí. Matthews, I think he's not, right? Joel?
Present.
Hi, Joel. Thank you. Jessica and Bianca?
Present, Miss Jessica.
Hi, Jessica. Okay, I can see you now. Joel?
Present, Bianca.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bianca. Okay, Bianca. Thank you, Bianca. Andy? Andy. No veo Andy. Okay. Let me see. Ivan, I think Ivan is not here, right? Patricio tampoco está. Cristian Litardo. Cristian.
Present.
Okay. Hi, Cristian. Gabi? Okay,
Present.
Gabi is here. Hi, thank you, Gabi. Dianita. I think she's the one having issues with Zoom. So let me click in here and then I have to check again. Juana? Natalia?
Present.
Okay, Juanita is here. Natalia? Thank you, Juana. Natalia, no. Alice? Is Alice here?
Sí, presente.
Hi, Alice. Okay. Angela and Veronica.
Present.
Angelita, Veronica. But Vero was here. I think she was.
I am here, miss.
Where is Vero?
I am here.
Okay, Vero. Okay, Vero, thank you. Ya voy a revisar si estuvo en la otra parte. I mean, I'm still working on this. Pamela.
Presente.
Okay, Pamela is here. Anita and Yacid.
Yo sí me conecté al ratito, solo es que no la quise interrumpir.
I'm
Okay,
here.
Pamela. Where is Pamela?
Sí.
Pamela.
Ujú.
Okay, ya. Ya voy a poner aquí y acá y ahí veo esto y reviso después. Y en el medio también estuvo. Yacid is here. Jessie and Rocío. I think they are here, right?
Present, Jessie.
Okay. Thank you. And Rocío too, right? I saw Rocío. And Fernando. Fernando, no lo veo. Ya. María Cristina and Diana Elizabeth. I think Cristina has been here the whole time. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, because you have been participating and I can see and hear. Dianita Elizabeth. No la veo. Diego Suárez. Diego también está. Y Diego ha estado. Ya, okay. Thank you, Diego. And Gaby no la veo. Gaby, Ronald también. Ronald también ha estado todo el tiempo. Eduardo estuvo, yo creo que hasta aquí estuvo y aquí se fue.
Una pregunta.
Yes.
¿Por qué no me puso todas las asistencias? He estado aquí todo el tiempo.
Okay, let me check again. Okay, let me check. Let me go back.
Yo también.
Christian, what is it, Christian? Christian Villacres. Ok, ahí está Christian. Ya, espérenme. Es que algunos casilleros aún no los he completado, pero iba nombrando rápido. Said. ¿Dónde está Said?
Present.
Ok, I know Said has been here. Ok, Eduardo, aquí se fue, ¿no es cierto? Esta chica no llegó. She never arrived. Diana, Diana Elizabeth, la vi al inicio. ¿Is Diana still here? No la escucho, ni la veo. Fernando tampoco. ¿Dónde está Fernando? Natalia, tampoco veo a Natalia. Juanita sí ha estado. Sí, that's right. Okay.
Miss Gabriela Macías.
Gaby Macías también. Ok, déjeme ver.
Yo también, las 4 horas.
Esos cuadros que están en blanco de...
Ángela Mora.
Esto tengo que
Miss.
llenarlo todavía. Esto tengo que llenarlo. Esto
Ah,
todavía-
no es que me faltaba.
No.
Yo tengo
Vamos a
falta
hacer,
nomás
Miss.
el sábado
Andy,
pasado.
sí estoy aquí, Miss.
Vamos a hacer, Miss.
A ver, espérenme un ratito. Espérenme que esto todavía tengo que uno por uno ir haciendo check. Esos todavía me faltan. Los que están acá arriba ya estaban, por ejemplo. Juan José. José Summers también ha estado aquí de whole. Matthews, ¿dónde está Matthews? Yo no he visto a Matthews.
Miss, Maldonado.
Yo también, Miss.
No le
Alice
puso
me
las
envió
de hoy. O sea, las dos que
Juanita. A
faltan.
Juanita ya le puse.
Yo también, Andy, Miss.
Andy está ahí. Ok.
No, ahí todavía me faltan.
Bianca
Maldonado.
también. Bianca
Bianca también. Summers también.
Miss, Ángela Mora también.
Sí, yo también estaba haciendo los ejercicios y todo.
¿Dónde está Matthews? Yo no lo escucho.
Aquí.
¿Dónde está Matthews?
Miss, no me ha
escucha?
puesto.
A ver, espérenme, vamos uno por uno. Ah, Matthews, ya lo vi. A ver, espérenme. Mateo Sebastián is not here, right? No está. Espérenme un ratito. Just give me 1 second.